Hi, my name is Henry Looney. My wife Ella and I are the pastors of Reaching the World Bible Church. We'd like to invite you to watch Raising the Standard on Mondays at 7 a.m. and Sundays at 8:30 a.m. The broadcast will encourage you in God's grace and love and challenge you to walk in a higher level of faith. Join us and let's grow together in the power of God's Word.
Great. What am I going to do now?
Time to visit Brown's Auto Collision.
No problem at all. We've contacted your insurance company and we can get you back into regional condition right away. And I just want to remind you that all of our work is covered by a lifetime warranty. We're done.
Wow, that was easy and looks great.
Brown's Auto Collision.
Where quality is no accident.
Welcome into week 3 of the high school football season, and welcome to Jasper, Alabama, where we are getting set for the Dover's Mattress Closeout Center AHSAA Game of the Week, presented by Black Diamond Paving. A couple of teams in desperate need of a victory as 0-3 Fairfield takes on 0-2 Jasper. And Mickey Shaddricks along with Caleb Brooks back with you this week. And Caleb, as we mentioned, it's still early in the season. It's just week 3. But you know as well as anyone, you don't want to fall too far behind when it comes to region play. One of these teams is going to come out of this game with their first region win this year.
Yeah, and it'll be huge for both these teams. You know, both of them have kind of gotten off to a slow start. They also played some pretty good competition. But these coaches are kind of desperate for a win. I think these two teams are desperate for a win, and they're in a tough region, as we were talking about beforehand. You got the two teams that have played for the last two, semifinals in this classification, and Ramsey and Pleasant Grove within the same classification, or within the same region. So very, very important to get a big region win here tonight for both these teams. And
what's it going to take to get that win? Well, Caleb will take a look at that in our Rob Walker Architect Blueprint to Victory. Coming up next as we continue live from Cairo Gambrell Field in Jasper.
Wow, Dad, these prices sure are low.
Wow, the temperature outside sure is high.
Well, at least Dad keeps the prices in here low.
Yeah, Dad, how are you able to do that?
Son, on average, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is able to sell mattresses at least 40% off. We buy liquidations, closeouts, and so much more discounted, and we're able to sell them to our customers for at least 40% off.
Make sure to come visit us at our 4 locations.
Yeah, and Dad, remember to slice that price.
Oh, boy.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with mini dental implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Before the sun rises till well past midnight, Beam is here for you, working tirelessly to put your needs first, making sure our network is up and running to keep you connected. From the glow of a TV to a friendly video conference wave, and every smile, laugh, or touchdown in between, we'll always do our part to deliver a better tomorrow, morning till midnight. Your Beam, your way. Call today and we'll get to work for you.
Thursday night lights shining bright tonight in Jasper. Beautiful evening for high school football getting set for Fairfield and Jasper. Time now for our Rob Walker Architect Blueprint to Victory. Caleb, break it down for us.
Yeah, looking at Fairfield, their biggest keys tonight, you got to get off to a good start. They've gotten off to a slow start their last few games, really put them behind early, then take care of the football. Turnovers have been a problem for them. That's why they've kind of given up so many points, falling behind as much as they have. Then for Jasper, have to find some kind of consistency on offense. 13 points against Coleman, only 6 against Ramsey. Have to get something going on that side of the ball. And then they have to limit Fairfield's athleticism. They let these athletes get out in space. They can make something happen. So kind of keeping them in a tight box, keeping them in front will be very important for this Jasper team here tonight.
Kickoff is just around the corner. You're watching the Dover's Mattress Closeout Center. AHSAA Game of the Week presented by Black Diamond Paving.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your local bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We're on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. Stop being just another number at the big bank and start being a neighbor at Southern States Bank. Let us be the bank for you.
$500 over invoice now at Tony Sarah Ford. Every new Ford on the lot, $500 over invoice when you trade in finance with Tony Sarah Ford, plus 3.9% financing for 72 months. Save thousands on new F-150s and more, all backed by Sarah's lifetime warranty. No charge. Every new Ford, $500 over invoice at Tony Sarah Ford. In Sylacauga, TonySarahFord.com.
At Cairo Gambrell Field in Jasper, getting set for our Thursday night lights, AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week. There you see the matchup, Fairfield and Jasper. And there you see the head coach of the Fairfield Tigers, Shepard Skanes, in his second season as head coach of the Tigers. His team getting into the playoffs in his first season last year after kind of a slow start, but they did pick it up as the season went along. And there you see David Reeves, the first-year head coach of Jasper, and quite a bit of coaching pedigree for Coach Reeves, Caleb.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, he spent time at the college level and right here in the state of Alabama at UAB. So got to spend time on a great staff there with really one of the legends in high school coaching here in the state of Alabama also. And so he's seen how he's been able to run a program and now is trying to kind of carry that over here to Jasper. And a Jasper community that, you know, really about 5-6 years ago, they were rolling when it came to football. They're trying to get back to that level, and tonight would be a good step in the right direction and trying to get into the postseason. And as we talked about in the opener, I mean, it's a tough region here. You got Pleasant Grove, Ramsey, Winona looks to be a lot better this year. John Carroll has surprised a lot of people and seems to be much improved. And so the competition to get into one of those 4 spots is very, very tough here. And Coach Reeves and Coach Skanes looking to try to take a step in the right direction tonight. And you know, sometimes when you get off to an 0-2, 0-3 start, just getting that first win can really take a weight off your shoulders and kind of help you relax a little bit as a group. And so that's what these two teams are really looking for here tonight.
And these are two traditional, long-standing schools and football programs in the state of Alabama. Interestingly, neither has ever won a state championship. But back in 2019, Caleb, Jasper did win the region title. The last region title for Fairfield came back in 2005.
Yeah, and you know, for Fairfield, I mean, they were right there on the verge of winning it a couple of times when Coach Keon Hanley was there as well. So, and then obviously, you know, everybody knows what Coach Fakakis did in his time at Fairfield also, and they honored him a couple weeks ago there at the stadium during one of their home games. And, you know, it's always fun to celebrate a guy who had the type of career he did and the type of success that he did. So, looks like Jasper will be kicking things off here to get this game started. We'll see this Fairfield offense. And like we talked about in the opener, it's going to be very, very important for Fairfield to take this ball, get off to a good start, really build some confidence in this football team early in this ball game.
And the Alabama Family Central kickoff is a short one, fielded at about the 20-yard line by an up man, and a huge hole here and a big-time return as Fairfield On the return there, number 22, Jelani Miller. What a start here on special teams for the Tigers.
Yeah, great return. And I mean, Jasper everybody ran to the ball. Once the ball landed on the ground, everybody kind of got out of their lanes, and that's the biggest thing. You can't get out of your lanes when you're running down the field. There's a reason that the coaches tell you that you have that lane to cover. It's to keep something from happening like this right here. I mean, he had so much open grass or open turf right there in front of him when he ran over there to that left side, and this is exactly what they needed, a hot start to the game, and now their offense in a very good position to try to get some points on the board. And as we've seen through the first two games, the Jasper offense that has really struggled. So if you can score a little bit, you might put some pressure on that Jasper side to have to score early.
And there a look at Jamaria Hamilton, the junior starting quarterback.
Timeout, Fairfield.
We have a timeout called by Fairfield right out of the gate here. There you see our lead official tonight, Kenneth Lee, will be giving us the calls from down on the field here at Cairo Gambrell Field.
And that's definitely not what you're looking for if you're Coach Scaines right there. You never want to have to take a timeout. It looked like they were very discombobulated and didn't know where to line up, and that forced them to have to take that timeout.
And we'd like to thank our friends at Dover's Mattress Closeout Center, presenting our AHSAA Game of the Week this week. And I tell you what, some big-time savings going on. 40 to 75% off of retail. So you need to go by and check out Dover's Mattress Closeout Center. 4 locations. There you see at the bottom of your screen. Obviously, you're in Jasper, also Coleman, Fultondale, and Birmingham. So Fairfield, there you see quarterback Jamaria Hamilton. He's just a junior, good size at 6'2", 180. Dual threat quarterback leading the Fairfield Tigers offense. Little slow developing play that's going to turn into a big loss as Connor Elmore shoots through and grabs hold of the quarterback before that play could really get going.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a shaky start here for this Fairfield offense. You take a look at the starters right here. We talked about Hamilton, the quarterback. You got Murray at running back, Taylor there at tight end, and then see the offensive line and Bradley out there at wide receiver. They'll be counting on him, Lambert and Gilbert trying to get the ball to. You see these wide splits from the offensive line. They're trying to spread this defense out, create some space, but right now it is all Jaspers. They have forced them to go backwards here on these first two plays.
And big number 90, JoJo Odom, the junior defensive tackle, coming through and making the play behind the line of scrimmage. So 2 consecutive negative plays here to start this series after the great kick return.
Definitely not what the Tigers were looking for. They got it all the way down, really right into that green coat green zone. And unfortunately, they've not been able to block anybody up front. They've gone backwards here.
3rd and 23. Hamilton airs it deep toward the end zone. It's caught inside the 10 between 2 defenders as Danzel Lambert, making his 8th reception of the season, back into that green coat green zone after that play.
That's who we were talking about, Lambert. He'll be a guy that they will count on. They had another one running open there at the top of the screen. Great catch into double coverage. But he split the safety in the corner right there, dropping that ball perfectly in the breadbasket.
And here goes the running back. Mikey had a pathway to the end zone, but the window closed quickly, in part due to the play of Braxton Houston, the senior defensive lineman. And we saw the starting lineup for offensive lineup for Fairfield. That Fairfield offense averaging right at 15 points a game. And here's the Jasper starting defense. And boy, they've had trouble stopping anybody through the first couple of weeks. They gave up 15 points to Coleman in a 15-13 loss and gave up 65 to Ramsey. Now you see JoJo Odom at the top of that screen there, making the play earlier.
Looks like I think we had a penalty against Fairfield on that play. I think it was actually a personal foul after the play, so that pushes them back 15 yards. They were set up right there at about the 4-yard line, now back at the 19.
2nd down. Our 1st down and 19, and this running play goes nowhere. Once again, Braxton Houston, number 54. You can hear that collision all the way up here in the booth.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm watching right now and trying to figure out how Ramsey was able to score 65, because this is a good-looking defensive line here from Jasper that we've been able to see so far, and they have gotten in the backfield pretty consistently here on this first drive.
JoJo Odom and Braxton Houston, the two defensive linemen, having a really good series here. And another whistle, stoppage of play.
Come out, Jasper.
Now we've got Jasper taking a timeout.
No,
so
it's Jasper.
both teams taking an early timeout here on the very first series of the game. I guess as difficult, Caleb, as points have been to come by, they both taking this early start to this game very, very intensely here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for Fairfield, it's just getting lined up right. For Jasper, I think they didn't know which players that they wanted to get out there on the field, and that caused some confusion there.
I'd like to thank our friends at Big Time Entertainment, a large family entertainment center located in Oxford, Alabama, right off of Interstate 20. It's a convenient ride from any direction. Over 70,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor entertainment, including bowling, an indoor go-kart arena, an outdoor putt-putt, and much more. Big Time Entertainment. Fairfield needing a big-time play here on 2nd and 19. Little wheel route, they get it. It is a big-time touchdown. That was well executed by the Tigers as number 18, Jacorian Bradley, on the reception that time.
Yeah, both guys we talked about right there in the opener, Lambert and then Bradley getting the touchdown catch right there with big plays. They're going to need those guys to really step up at wide receiver, but this is the type of start they wanted. Maybe not as crisp and clean as they wanted, having to take the time out, having some lineup issues, but able to get on the board early here. You know, for an offense that's only averaging 15 points a game, and that's also a positive for Fairfield, an extra point going through. You know, never know with some of these special teams, some of these places, but a big first drive, and they needed that.
Good start for Fairfield on the road here at Jasper. Take a 7-0 lead here on the AHSAA Game of the Week.
Wow, Dad, these prices sure are low.
Wow, the temperature outside sure is high.
Well, at least Dad keeps the prices in here low.
Yeah, Dad, how are you able to do that?
Son, on average, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is able to sell mattresses at least 40% off. We buy liquidations, closeouts, and so much more discounted, and we're able to sell them to our customers for at least 40% off.
Make sure to come visit us at our 4 locations.
Yeah, and Dad, remember to slice that price.
Oh, boy.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with Mini Dental Implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
Fairfield Tigers, a quick start as they get the big kickoff return from Jelani Miller, and then they get the big touchdown pass from Jamaria Hamilton to Jacorian Bradley from 19 yards out. And Caleb, they had to overcome a big penalty to get it done as well.
Yeah, and I think that's been their biggest issue really through their first 3 games so far, is they've had some times where they've moved the football, but it's either a turnover or it's costly mistakes like you saw in the first drive with having, you know, missed blocks, guys getting in the backfield, late penalties after the play that pushed them back 15 yards. But very big, I think, for this offense's confidence to overcome that and get a touchdown there on their first drive and really set the tone, which is always what you want to do on the road, going on the road, getting out to an early start like this. And so now it'll be up to the defense to go out there and get some stops.
And here's your Alabama Family Central kickoff. It sails out of bounds off the foot of DeAndre Poole, and that'll be a penalty against Fairfield. Here's a look at the previous touchdown pass from Hamilton to Bradley.
No, and it's a great play design right there. You see Bradley was kind of lined up very tight to the line of scrimmage. They brought a guy in motion and then ran the wheel route to the same side the motion was coming. That brought the safety up, trying to honor the motion, and they're able to hit Bradley heading into the end zone in stride with basically nobody around him. And so now we have Tanner Morrow. This Jasper offense try to find their footing this week. Only 9.5 points per game through these first 2 games. They have got to try to score somehow.
Very young Jasper team, only 9 seniors total on the roster. 3 seniors starting on offense as we get a penalty.
Yeah, 9 seniors,
the kickoff.
20 10th graders. So the future's bright, I think, here for this Jasper Viking program. And there's a good start to the game there with a quick run play for about 3-4 yards.
And here's a look at the Jasper offense. As Caleb said, averaging right at 9 points a game. Tanner Morrow, the quarterback, and then you just saw Micah Pledger. He is their leading rusher coming into the game, getting the carry and picking up 3 yards on that first down carry. 2nd down and 7, and another whistle.
Prior to the snap, encroachment against the defense, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Yeah, those are the type of penalties that'll just drive the coach crazy right there. I mean, just line up off sides. I mean, that's all that is. You know, we talked about it last week. They don't allow you to get back on sides once you cross the line and the ball's put in play. It's a penalty, and that's a tough one there against Fairfield.
And here's Pledger, nice cutback. Good physical run is going to result in the first down. And here's a look at the Fairfield defense, and they've given up a ton of points this year as well. They gave up 55 to Parker, 42 to Shades Valley, and 45 to John Carroll. They do have a lot of speed, though, Caleb. You just got to try to find a way to keep the opposing team out of the end zone, and tonight that's the Jasper Vikings.
And a lot of that comes from just playing good disciplined football, and it looked there like they may have gotten away with lining up offsides again.
Here is the pass to Garrett Busby down the far sideline. Big play, the Black Diamond asphalt paving first down, but I think we have another penalty flag. We got already some flags flying here early in this game.
I'm not really sure what this flag is. If it's offensive pass interference, I'm not sure that that's the right call on that play. He didn't do anything to impede the defender in getting out there. He was just standing there. And it looks like that's going to be what it is. No.
Got an ineligible receiver downfield.
So you may have had both wide receivers line up on the line of scrimmage right there, which is the problem. And so that's how they get the ineligible wide receiver downfield. I was hoping that would be the call over pass interference. That was going to be a tough offensive pass interference call if it was on pass interference. But you know, that's the thing. I mean, we talked about in the opener, both these teams, they've just shot themselves in the foot so much through these first couple of weeks. If they can just play disciplined football and not hurt themselves, they can try to get something going.
That penalty negated a big play in the passing game, but they're going to get a big running play here from Micah Pledger. His came into the game averaging right at 4 yards a carry. Picked up over 20 yards on that first down run.
And right here, the biggest thing was the corner right there for Fairfield. Went too far inside. You're supposed to have outside contain. Your job's to not let him get to that sideline, and that's exactly what Pledger was able to do right there. And big run there for Jasper. It's a big answer here for an offense that just has not been able to score a lot of points so far this year.
Pledger gets the call again. You can tell he is a physical runner. He does not shy away from contact. He gets inside the 35. They're going to mark him down about the 33.
Well, that's what we were talking about, too. I mean, the future's bright. You know, JoJo Odom looks really good up front. We saw him make a play in the backfield. He's only an 11th grader. You got Pledger, that's a 10th grader. There's 20 10th graders on this team to 9 seniors. So a big, younger class that is going to get a lot of experience this year. And next year and the year after, you're going to see Jasper being right there at the top of the state, able to compete and have a chance to go deep in the playoffs.
Pledger bulls his way over one Fairfield defender, gets it just inside the 30. That's going to set up a 3rd down and short here for the Vikings.
Good job there by the offensive line of engaging and giving him a hole. And like you said, Pledger lowering his head, running with some authority, and setting up a 3rd down and 4, which is where you want to be offensively, within that 3rd and 4 range.
And Pledger gets the call again, and is going to be taken down just shy of the 1st down. It looked like he was going to have it, then Fairfield got a defender to him about a yard shy of the marker. So 4th down coming up, and decision time here for Coach Reeves.
Great job right there by Jermaine Slater. You see coming in, making the big hit, number 45. Also a good job by number 8, Danzel Lambert. We've already talked about wrapping him up and giving him a chance to come over. And so 4th and short, kind of in no man's land. You kind of have to go for it here if you're Jasper.
Yeah, tough distance for a field goal, so they will go for it on 4th down and 1. No surprise here. Pledger gets it, but I don't think he got the 1st down. Too much penetration behind the line of scrimmage by this Fairfield defense.
Yeah, they brought a late blitz, and offensive line didn't see it in time to be able to pick it up, and they had a free man running right through, able to make the tackle there in the backfield. And again, that was number 45, Jermaine Slater, 6'1", 185-pound senior at linebacker.
Well, here we go.
Well, they must have given him the 1st down.
Well, this apparently was 4th down. We had the wrong down, I assume. Apologize for the confusion.
Officials timeout for heat timeout.
And we have our first heat timeout, so we're going to take the break with them. 5:53 to go here in the 1st quarter. Fairfield with an early 7-0 lead over Jasper.
I need the King boys.
Don't call 2 clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them King boys.
Got a TV timeout.
Bandits Bar and Grill is your stop for great food, family fun, and live music. Wednesday night is Cornhole Tournament. Thursday night, Biker Night. Don't forget about the live music too. Great steaks, full bar, awesome appetizers, wings, nachos, tacos, and fried catfish. Stop in today or give us a call at 256-369-2920. That's Bandits Bar and Grill on Fort Williams and Sylacauga.
Well, WOTM is your home for high school football each and every week. And hey, coming up tomorrow night, you can see this game on WOTM over the air as well as at WOTM.tv. It'll be Thompson at Spain Park. Should be a interesting matchup to tune in tomorrow night on WOTM.
It should be a fun one. I'm interested to see how Spain Park responds after the very close loss to Hoover this past week. And then for Thompson, they had a tough game with Vestavia. It was 7-3 in the 4th quarter before they pulled away late. Didn't get much going offensively.
Okay, so here we go. It's 3rd and 15. We got the down and distance right, and this pass dropped right about the goal line. It was in and out of the hands of Titus Waldrop, and he knows he should have had a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Tanner Morrow, you're a little frustrated with this one. You can't throw it any better. And he put it right into his hands and just dropped it. Kind of trying to pull it in instead of putting his hands up there and catching the ball. Trying to pull it into his body right there, and it hit right off his hand. So 4th and 15, and again, they're kind of in no man's land where they have to go for it right here.
At the 31-yard line, so the Vikings will indeed go for it on 4th and 15. Morrow goes deep again, and the pass over the head of the intended receiver, Waldrop, but we do have a flag flying back there around where the pass was thrown.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be holding there in the secondary against Fairfield, and a tough penalty. I think that ball may have been overthrown anyways if he wouldn't have grabbed onto him, but you know, you're also taught as a defensive back, especially right now in high school and college where it's not a spot foul, go ahead and grab onto them. You'd much rather have the 15 yards and a chance to still stop them than you would them have a wide open touchdown.
During the run on the defense, 10-yard penalty. 1st down.
Another look at the play. You see there, little handsy by the Fairfield defender.
It was a good job right there at wide receiver, selling it a little bit as well.
So it's a big penalty.
It's the continued thing for both these teams. They have a chance to get stops or to have success on offense, and they just commit penalties and they hurt themselves, but it is 4th and 5.
And this pass is short of the intended receiver, Carter Reed, at about the 20-yard line, so they cannot convert on 4th and 5. So the penalty winds up not hurting Fairfield.
That's one of those drives that will frustrate Tanner Morrow, because that's an easy throw and you're unable to make it, and then the hardest throw that you made, you had a perfect throw and it was dropped for a touchdown.
Sideline warning. They're first.
And we get our early sideline warning out of the way. And so Fairfield, the defense bends a little, but they do not break. They do not give up points, and the ball goes back over to the Fairfield offense, who had a very short field to work with on their first series. Now they take over here 1st and 10 at their own 21. Hamilton hands it off up the middle. And a gain of about 4 to the 26-yard line. On the carry that time, number 20, Justin Murray.
That's their best run of the game, though, so that's a positive. They may have gone over there, made some adjustments, and figured something out to create some holes, and so a good run there to get the drive started for them. That's what they struggled this last time. They weren't able to run the football in that last drive. They had to rely on the passing game. If they can add in this running game, that'll make them difficult for this Jasper defense to stop.
Murray comes in averaging 6 yards a carry. Pass is complete out at the 35, and that will be a first down, as there you see Jadan Gilbert, the senior, making the catch for Black Diamond, first down.
A good route right there, good read at quarterback. That's an RPO, and he got the read that he wanted to be able to throw it out there, and getting all the receivers involved here early in this ball game, which is exactly what you want to do. Get them all touches, kind of get them involved, and get them a feel here in this ball game, and they'll be a little bit more active. You may see them block a little bit better out there as well.
So out to the 35-yard line. Here is Murray, and he will be stopped short of the line of scrimmage, and there's a third tackle of the game by defensive lineman Braxton Houston. Houston being very active here early on this Jasper defensive front as we go under 4 minutes to play here in this first quarter. So no gain, 2nd down and 10. Hamilton with 3 receivers split to the short side. He looks that way, throws deep, and it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Gilbert, and there were 3 black jerseys around him.
Yeah, but you can already tell if they can just give Hamilton some time back there, it's going to be very hard for this Jasper secondary to stay in front of these receivers. They're going to have some opportunities to get behind them and have some explosive plays.
So big possession here. Jasper defense trying to get off the field. Hamilton with a 3-man rush. Pass is batted down. And who else? Number 54, Braxton Houston. He's having himself some kind of first quarter here.
Yeah, Houston and Odom are just big bodies up front. They're hard to block, and does a good job of seeing he's not going to get to the quarterback. So get a hand up there, tip it, make something happen. And now 4th and 10, more than likely Fairfield will have to punt it away right here.
And Jelani Miller, the senior, does the punting duties for the Tigers. And he will hit this one from his 21-yard line. Jasper looking to get some good field position here. Good snap. And a short kick. And Jasper will indeed have very good field position as they take back over on offense. Hey, speaking of Friday night football, we mentioned what you can see on WOTM tomorrow night. How about this matchup on Friday Night Rivals on My 68? It's Hoover at Vestavia. 7 o'clock kickoff. You can see it live on My 68 and the re-air on WOTM Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
Yeah, that game will be fun. You know, again, we talked about Spain Park and Thompson earlier. These are the two teams that they played. Spain Park played Hoover. Vestavia played Thompson. I went to this game last year. It was on a Thursday night last year. And Vestavia was throwing up a Hail Mary there at the end of the game to try to win. They ended up losing 20-14, but played them very well in Coach Robert Evans' first year. And now getting them at home, I'm sure, are going to be a little hungry, trying to get after the Hoover Bucks tomorrow night.
Morrow's pass is complete to Garrett Busby. It's going to be a short gain as the Fairfield defense doing a nice job keeping the ball in front of them as Xavier Walker came up to make the play.
Well, and you never want to tell a guy to not fight for extra yardage, but look, he would have the ball up at the 46. Instead, he kept fighting, and then when he went forward again, he was at the 50. So they really lost yardage out of that whole entire situation where they could have gained 2 or 3 yards if he just, you know, would have gone down exactly where the first contact was made.
2nd down and 12. Pressure off the edge. Morrow steps up, throws deep over the head of the intended receiver down at the 13-yard line. It was intended for John Stroud. He did have a step on the defender, Xavier Walker, but the pass was too far out.
Yeah, I mean, Morrow's had one perfect pass so far. He missed on that one and then obviously missed on that 4th down throw, but had a little pressure in his face that made him rush the throw. He wasn't able to step into it as much, kind of threw it more off his back foot, falling to the side, and that makes you get underneath the football instead of being able to throw it from up top, and so a little bit too much air under it sets up 3rd down and long.
Morrow throws over the middle. Wide open is Micah Pledger, and he is going to be taken down at the 40-yard line, just short of the 1st down. So Caleb, you look for him to go for it again here?
No doubt about it, but a great play here by Lambert. I mean, he's really the last man in defense for the 1st down marker and did a great job to trip him up and set up this 4th and 2. Otherwise, it easily would have been a 1st down right there for Jasper. But when you look at the way this game started, I probably wouldn't put the ball in the hands of anybody else but Pledger right here on this play.
And they're going to get it by way of penalty.
Prior to the snap, encroachment against the defense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down. Wait a minute. Correction. It's a 1st down.
A Black Diamond 1st down, actually. And so Jasper will have a new set of downs, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Morrow looking to throw on 1st down. Short pass incomplete. It was intended for Pledger, but he really hadn't even come out of his break yet, and he was well covered.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not sure if that one. I'm not sure who he was throwing it to there. I couldn't tell if he was waiting for the wide receiver to cut out. He just never cut out. We look at it again here. You don't normally see 2 guys running into the same area, and that's what they had there. So it really may have been a mix-up in where they were supposed to go on that play that caused some issues.
2nd and 10, and the pressure coming off the edge, and Morrow just had to get rid of it to avoid the big sack. So just like that, it's 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, good pressure here from Fairfield. They brought the blitz over there off the left side of the offensive line, and tackle just couldn't get out there to him. Speed from this Fairfield team caused some havoc there for Morrow.
3rd and 10. Morrow pressured again. The ball comes out. A flag comes in as well. So we'll have to sort this out. It apparently will be ruled an incompletion, but there you see the reaction from the Fairfield defender, Richard Alston. This one may be going against the Tigers. If it's against Jasper, the Tigers will obviously decline. I would think they would.
Got holding. 77. 10-yard penalty.
No, they're going to take it, back them up 10 as the holding call against the offense.
That penalty's declined.
It is
It'll be
declined.
4th down.
You could see the reaction there from Rashard Alston. You watch, you watch enough NFL football and you see the quarterback get hit. And a lot of the times when you see a penalty get thrown out like that, it's going to be on the defense because of all the new rules that we have. But luckily we don't have those in high school. And you could tell he was reacting thinking that he may have gotten a roughing the passer penalty. And luckily they didn't get one there. It looks like Jasper will have to punt this football away. And that drop touchdown pass starting to look bigger and bigger here in this first half here for Jasper.
So a punting situation here for Jasper. As Morrison boots it out of bounds. We'll see where the official will spot the football at the 11-yard line. So a nice job there on the punt team. And Fairfield will take over 1st and 10 from inside their own 15 with still 2:09 to play here in this first quarter.
Yeah, Fairfield had a good first drive to this ball game. They obviously want to try to repeat some of that success, but a lot of that came from throwing the football downfield. They have to give their quarterback some time, but if they will give him some time, I think that the opportunity to hit some big plays will be there for this Tiger offense. It's what we talked about in the opener. Jasper really needs to limit these athletes. They've got to keep them kind of tight. You don't want to let them get out in space and have opportunities to run with open grass in front of them.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. They go to the run game. Nothing there to the left side of the line of scrimmage. The running back reverses field and turns what would have been a huge loss into a short gain. There you see, good job by number 20, Justin Murray. Another carry. Ran a long way to get those 2 yards.
Yeah, I don't know that he knew the play. And I think we are going to get a block in the back. You'll see number 30 right there. Okay, so they didn't throw the penalty flag, but could have gotten a block in the back for sure right there. I saw that coming out of the corner of the screen, but it almost looked like Murray didn't know the play. He was stepping up to block and pass protection, and the next thing you know, he's getting handed the football and started running around.
2nd down and 8. Here's Murray again. And hit behind the line of scrimmage, fighting forward, and will basically gain nothing. There you see a little dance there by one of the defensive linemen for Jasper, doing a good job of plugging the hole there. Big number 66, that's C.C. Mitchell.
Yeah, funny little dance there at the end. And I'm a little surprised that Fairfield has come out and tried to run the football in these first 2 downs when, I mean, the most success they've had here in this start of this ball game has been doing this right here.
Hamilton throws, and it's caught at the 20, and the receiver will get the first down. The Black Diamond Asphalt Paving first down on 3rd and long.
I think the athleticism of Fairfield is what caused this play right here. Jasper's so worried about them getting behind them and hitting those explosive plays that they're playing so far off the ball. That was an easy just turn and catch there for Fairfield to get that first down.
Big 3rd down conversion keeps the drive alive for the Fairfield Tigers as they get it out to the 22. Hamilton hands off to Murray. Murray, just a little bit of daylight that time over the right side, gets it out to the 26 for a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6 as we near the 1-minute mark of our first quarter.
And Murray getting up a little gingerly right there. May have had his ankle landed on us. Every running back's biggest worry. I mean, you're always getting your legs hit, people diving down low at you, and looks like he may have gotten hit the wrong way, but a successful run there for Fairfield, one of their better runs of the night, and it sets up a 2nd manageable.
2nd and 6. Here comes pressure off the edge, and Hamilton keeps it. Does a good job of eluding the rusher behind the line of scrimmage. Turns it into a big gain as he out of bounds just short of the 40 for the Black Diamond. First down, so that's consecutive first downs here for Fairfield as they've moved the football out from the 11-yard line to the 40.
Yeah, and, you know, that's really the first time that we've seen Hamilton run the football tonight, but he's a smooth runner. He just looked like he was gliding right there and able to get out to the outside. And Fairfield having some success here on this drive as they've moved it from their deep in their own territory now up here towards midfield.
So first down at the 40. Hamilton looks to throw, leaves the pocket, and the pass winds up in the hands of Connor Elmore, but the official is going to rule it incomplete. It was intended for Gilbert. Elmore pleading for the interception. We'll see if the ball hits the ground. Yes. So 2nd and 10. Hamilton passes away, and it's caught at the 45. Good yardage after the catch here by Gilbert. He's across midfield for the Black Diamond first down as he gets it into Jasper territory, and that may be the final play of the first quarter. As Fairfield has moved this football from the own 11 all the way down to the Jasper 42 with back-to-back-to-back first downs, and that will indeed take us to the end of the first quarter. Fairfield with the lead and on the march. Second quarter action from Cairo Gambrell Field coming your way on the Dover's Mattress Closeout Center. AHSAA Game of the Week presented by Black.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other high-traffic community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
Hey, Dad. Now that school's back in session, let's give them a mattress lesson.
Okay.
Is Dover's Mattress Closeout Center a true closeout center, or is it just a name on the wall?
Kids, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is not just a name on a building. We truly acquire and sell scuffed, discontinued, closeout mattresses and adjustable beds discounted on average 40 to 50% off.
Wow, that was better than a math lesson. But remember the slice that price.
Oh, boy.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Manor brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
Hello, my name is Henry Looney. I'm the pastor of Reaching the World Bible Church, and we'd like to invite you to our 30th church anniversary and homecoming on Sunday, September 24th at 1 p.m. Come celebrate with us. God bless you. We hope to see you there.
And we are back in Jasper. As you see, their score at the end of the first quarter, Fairfield scoring on their first offensive series of the game. And they're on the march once again as they are in Jasper territory at the 42-yard line with a 1st and 10 as we resume play on the Dover's Mattress Closeout Center AHSAA Game of the Week. Mickey Shaddricks and Caleb Brooks with you tonight from Cairo Gambrell Field. And here is a running play for Murray, and you can see he just refusing to go down. Picks up some positive yardage on the play.
Oh, yeah, good run there by Murray. And, you know, still he's getting hit in the backfield, but does a good job to get away from the initial contact and keep pushing forward to gain some yardage there. And now a little bit of a stoppage in play. May have had a penalty flag.
We got 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul against the offense, personal foul against the defense. These offset. First, 2nd down.
So offsetting personal foul penalties. And it's still 2nd down and 7. Just inside the 40. Hamilton leaves it with Murray, reverses course, and picks up nice yardage down to about the 31-yard line. As you can see why Justin Murray came into this game averaging 6 yards a carry, because you really have to wrap this young man up.
Yeah, and I watching it initially, I thought he should have ran left, but it worked out for him going over to the right side.
We got
a holding call
against the offense. 10-yard penalty.
Well, just like last week's game, we got a lot of penalties already here in this first half. This holding call will negate the good run there by Justin Murray and set the Tigers back to the 49-yard line, where it will be 2nd down and 17. They can get a first down. They need to get to the 32-yard line to pick up a first down. Hamilton fakes to Murray, goes down the far sideline, and it is incomplete. Pass sailed out of bounds over the head of the intended receiver, Jadan Gilbert. There you see the coverage provided by number 9, Joseph Jesse. Jesse Joseph, excuse me.
And, I think you could see some of the youth from Joseph really kind of show itself in the coverage right there.
Here in the run, got an ineligible receiver downfield, 5 yards, repeat 2nd down. 5.
Just penalties seems like every other play here, and it's really hurting what looked like a very promising Fairfield drive. Now they're backed up again.
Yeah, but it's what we've talked about. I mean, these two teams, they do some positive things, but they just find ways to hurt themselves with penalties, with missed blocks that, make them get tackled in the backfield, and all of a sudden they're back behind the chains. And just little things that end up adding up over a night that lead to really the results they've gotten these first couple of weeks. They can clean it up. You can see the makings of two pretty good football teams here.
Hamilton escapes the pocket, throws downfield, and a nice grab down at the 30-yard line for the Black Diamond first down. Nice job by Gilbert reaching up and snatching the pass here from Hamilton.
Yeah, great catch here by Gilbert. The wide receivers have shown up so far here in this first half for Fairfield, but that's another example of it. I mean, they push themselves backwards. Now here's a positive play, and if things continue going the way they've gone, they're going to find a way here to get a couple penalties and get pushed back again. If they can find the consistency and clean up the penalties, you can see that this offense can put some drives together and score some points, but you just have to quit hurting yourself.
You were like me. You were looking for the flag after the play. Here's the give up the middle. Murray again just picks his way forward. Looked like he was going to be stopped again right at the line of scrimmage, and you look up and he's gained 8 yards.
I think you can start to see a little bit of fatigue set in with this Jasper front. They've been on the field a lot here early in the ball game. There's some big bodies that they're going against as well. And early in the game, they were getting into the backfield quick off the ball. Now all of a sudden you're starting to see Fairfield be able to push them around a little bit and just not getting off the ball as quickly due to the fact that they've been out there a lot and have already had a lot of time spent here on this field and having to use those legs and run around and chase these athletes here for Fairfield. I formation.
Here's the handoff to the fullback. Ooh. Nothing doing that time is JoJo Odom making the stop behind the line of scrimmage on Calvin Currington, the senior fullback.
I'll tell you, I don't know if Odom has many offers or not, but if he doesn't, he's probably going to start getting some soon. That's a college body right there at some level of college football. And he has been really big so far, along with Braxton Houston for this front. Any negative plays that they've had have come from those two guys.
That play lost a yard, so now it's 3rd and 3 for Fairfield. At the 23, Hamilton looks to throw. Receivers over there, and it was knocked loose. Great job there by Cortez Samuels, because the receiver had possession and Samuels knocked it away.
Yeah, really good play there by Samuels. The ball placement wasn't great, making the receiver have to go up and catch this. You would much rather him just be able to catch this. If he can on the ground right there, he wouldn't have been able to get over there and get his hand on it in time. But due to the ball being high and away from him, had to go up and start bringing it back down, which allowed Samuels to get his hand in there, knock it away. A big play. 4th down and 3, Fairfield will go for it.
So the Tigers will go for it on 4th and 3. Hamilton passes away, and pass is incomplete. Great break on the football by Zion Koger, as Jasper comes up with the big stop on 4th down. And boy, Caleb, they really needed this already down 7-0.
Now, we've talked about how young this Jasper team is. How about the 8th grader breaking on that ball right there and making a play on it? That's the throw that Fairfield was looking for on 3rd down. If they get that throw right there, they would have already had a 1st down. Instead, on that play, he just does a great job of reading the route, jumping in front. And to only be an 8th grader, he's already very well put together from a muscle standpoint and a body build standpoint. He's got a chance to be a really good football player. And now, best run of the night here for Jasper.
Big hole for Pledger out across the 30 for the Black Diamond 1st down. And Micah Pledger getting some good blocking up front on this play.
Yeah, you can just see with this Jasper team, they're young and they make a lot of young mistakes, but it's going to pay off on down the line for this group. It could pay off as early as later on this season for this group, but you can just tell a lot of inexperience from a varsity standpoint, which is why they have some of the mistakes, some of the penalties that they commit. But when they put it together and do some good things, you can see that they have the chance to be a special group, as we have an injured player on the field, and it looks like that is number 3, Joshua Brown.
Brown appears to have a lower leg injury as they work with him.
Yeah, hoping by how they're working on him, that's just a cramp.
We'll go ahead and step aside for the timeout. 8:17 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Fairfield leading 7-0.
If you've got $29, you've got the down payment for a brand new Nissan. Now at Sarah Nissan, 3 locations. Every vehicle, just $29 down, plus 0% financing for 60 months. 700 new Nissans, and you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. 0% financing for 60 months. Every vehicle, just $29 down. Now at Sarah Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga, plus Tony Sarah Nissan in Coleman.
There's a lot in life to smile about. Are loose dentures or missing teeth keeping you from enjoying the things you love? Don't miss out on enjoying life's precious moments. You can be you again with affordable mini dental implants. You can smile again, laugh out loud, and have your self-confidence back. Let us help you make it memorable.
I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
And they were able to get the injured Fairfield player off the field, Joshua Brown. Hopefully he'll be able to return. So 2nd down and 1. Here goes Pledger around the right end. He's got the Black Diamond asphalt paving 1st down. And that is a big 1st down. This Jasper offense really needed to keep their offense out on the field, because as you've mentioned, Caleb, this Jasper defense has been out there a lot here in this 1st half.
Yeah, I mean, you just need to string together some drives. And I heard an NFL player talk about it this week. Their team, I think it was the Cowboys, dominated the Giants the other night, and one of the Cowboys players said, hey, look, it got to a point we were hoping they would have some success on offense to keep us off the field, our offense a little bit, because we needed a break. And it gets tiring out there, and so you need that time on the sideline not only to take a break but to make adjustments.
Huge hole up the middle and a chance to go the distance, and Pledger is going to take it all the way for the big-time entertainment touchdown.
Tell you, that play right there, it just looked like he was just out there with his center quarterback just going over stuff at practice. He was never touched at any point on that play, never came close to being touched, and you could really see the breakaway speed that he has. You were kind of waiting for one of those Fairfield players to catch up with him a little bit, maybe pull him down inside the 10, but he almost got faster as he kept going right there. And very, very impressed with a lot of these young guys here for Jasper.
I was just thinking, as we get the Alabama Family Central extra point, it's blocked, so the score will remain 7-6. But Caleb, we got 2 really good sophomore running backs on this.
No doubt about it. I mean, both of them have been very impressive. But right here, you know, he did a lot being able to run as fast as he did to get to the end zone, but that was all created by his offensive line up front. I mean, that was a huge hole right up the middle. They did a great job of blocking who they were supposed to block Everybody had a hat on somebody. And best run of the night for either team. It's been tough sledding up front for both these groups. Both defensive lines have been able to cause some havoc. But you got to feel like that's going to give this offense some confidence, being able to get some points on the board right there and hopefully tie this ball game up.
That is Pledger's second touchdown run of the season. Hey, go ahead and give you a heads up. Coming up at halftime, we're going to be joined by a special guest to talk to us about the big Foothills Festival going on downtown Jasper. There you see on the screen, you've got some musical guests, a lot of activities taking place downtown September 15th and 16th. And coming up at halftime, we're going to speak with Jasper Mayor David P. O'Mary about the Foothills Festival. Coming up, also Holtzford highlights and much more as we continue with Thursday night lights from Jasper. And a pretty good game here in this first half, and a nice kick return here. Gilbert all the way out across the 40-yard line. And so that'll give the Jasper offense, or I should say Fairfield offense, good field position as they try to answer the Jasper touchdown.
You know, we saw Fairfield kicking out of bounds after their initial touchdown. It looks like we may have had a penalty flag on this play, so that may bring back some of this return here from Fairfield. But after the two returns that Fairfield's had, Jasper may want to look at the same thing. Just kick it out of bounds, let them start at the 35-yard line and see if they can go 65 yards, score.
Got a personal foul, blindside block. On the return, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Once again, Kenneth Lee giving us the call. Blindside block on the kick return. And once again, we will have Jasper Mayor David O'Mary joining us at halftime. Also Holtzford football highlights, and we'll have highlights of our first half. The King's Mattress Gallery halftime show coming up here from Cairo Gambrill Field in Jasper. So the Tigers will not have as good a field position as they would have had as they start this drive, first down at their own 20. Hamilton hands it off to Murray right up the middle and surges out across the 25-yard line before he runs into the arms of Jasper's Carter Livingston, the sophomore defensive lineman. But another really good, solid gain on first down, and that's something that no matter what type of offense you run, Caleb, if you can pick up positive yardage running the ball on first down, you're in pretty good shape.
No doubt about it. And I think you're starting to see both offensive lines really settle into this football game here also.
Flag flies on this play. The pass is complete to Gilbert. It appears to be a first down at the 31, but we need to check the flag once again.
I think you're going to have a lineman downfield here against Fairfield. They had about 3 or 4 big bodies way up past the first down marker by the time the ball was caught.
Yeah, you're right. I think second time that's happened against them here in this first half. And they got some big linemen, so they're kind of easy to spot if they get downfield.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hard to miss those guys.
During the run, we got an ineligible receiver downfield against the offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
There you see Coach Skanes going over some schemes on the Fairfield sideline.
Yeah, it shows you how much the game's changed. You know, and really within 10 years. I mean, it's been 10 years since I've played football. We didn't have any of that type of technology on the sideline. You weren't allowed to. Now you can watch film basically over there on the sideline if you have the huddle box or any of that type of stuff. And you can get on the whiteboard. And, I mean, that was stuff we had to wait till halftime to do that. And it just shows how much the technology in this sport has changed, and that's at all levels.
Hamilton, pressure. So elusive, though. Gets rid of it, takes a shot. The pass is incomplete around midfield. Good coverage there by the Jasper secondary. But I tell you, Hamilton, right as he threw that football, the Jasper defenders unloaded on him.
Yeah, and that's a guy you don't really want hitting you there in Odom. He made him pay for throwing that football. I was, you know, with Hamilton's speed, I was shocked that he didn't just look to try to take off right there and run. But we're seeing a lot of these guys, they work so much at playing the quarterback position. They have all these quarterback coaches, and it's almost beat into them to not run the football and to always be looking downfield. That would have been a good opportunity for him to just kind of turn on the jets, try to run around the defensive end there and have a lot of open grass in front of him to gain some yardage. But instead it'll be 3rd down and 9. And this is after they had a 2nd down and 4 earlier. Illegal lineman downfield, and then that play there.
Timeout,
and now they have to take another timeout. It's their second here in the first half.
Fairfield called their first timeout before they ran their first offensive play, and they called their second one here with 6:13 to play in the second quarter, ahead of a 3rd and 9 at their own 21. Take an opportunity during this timeout to go ahead and look ahead to the AHSAA WOTM game of the week schedule coming up next week. A really good matchup between Vincent and BB Comer. Then it's a top 10 matchup there. Then it's off to Calhoun County for a game we actually covered last year, as Anniston and Piedmont will play each other. And then week 6, Legion Field, the site of this one, Winona and Ramsey. And then some other games to be determined. Then you see the Gardendale-Hueytown matchup on week 10.
Much improved Winona team too. Last week showed you that with how they started out 2-0, and then everybody kind of kept looking, all right, well, now they get Pleasant Grove. So let's see where they're at here with Pleasant Grove, and competed very well, Pleasant Grove. Pleasant Grove had to score late to make it a 2-possession game. They won 35-21 against Winona, but this is a Winona group. We've seen that program play for state championships. They've been down the last couple of years. It looks like they've gotten back up to being able to compete again. So that'll be a fun game between them and Ramsey in a few weeks at Legion Field. Another measuring stick for Winona.
3rd and 9. Hamilton looking to throw. Got the pass away, receiver wide open, but great pursuit there by the Jasper defense as they get to Gilbert short of the first down. As they spot him just short of the 30.
Interesting decision coming up here for Fairfield. It's kind of an odd-looking play. It almost looked like everybody was looking around like they didn't know if the play had actually gotten started or not. We'll see what Fairfield decides to do here on 4th and 1. Do they punt it away or do they try to go for it? I think they're going to go for it here.
Good job there by Connor Elmore to hold on to the jersey of Gilbert, because it looked like Gilbert may have caught the ball at the first down marker, but then took a step back, and the defenders got to him at the 29. So here we go, 4th and 1. Hamilton keeps it, and there's the legs of Hamilton. Great play call by Coach Skanes and his staff, and it results in a huge Black Diamond asphalt paving first down as Fairfield is back in Jasper territory.
Yeah, and right there, they just used the big wide splits from the offensive lineman to create that hole, and see the backer went way outside, and huge running lane there for Hamilton. And there's an example of him being able to use his feet. We've only seen it twice tonight, but he's gotten big gains out of both of them. So Fairfield looking to go down and get some points here right before halftime.
First down at the Jasper 41. Fake to Murray, little screen pass out on the left side, and good defense that time as Eli Kimbrell, the leading tackler on this Jasper team, gets to the receiver, Kate Austin, and makes the stop.
You can see why he's the leading tackler. I mean, a great job of getting up there, wrapping up, and you can kind of tell once he gets a hold of you, you're probably not getting away from him. And good job out there at cornerback as well by Luke Horsley to come up, force him back inside so that Kimbrell could come over and make the tackle. And so what could have been a big gain there after that juke move out there on the outside is only a 1-yard gain here for Fairfield.
2nd down and 9. Hamilton fakes, goes to the end zone. It's caught and dropped. Gilbert was behind the defender. Connor Elmore had it for a moment and dropped it.
That's basically the exact same play and result that we saw from Jasper going in this same direction to the same end zone in the first quarter when they dropped a touchdown. Right off the hands. I mean, you can't throw this ball or the one that Jasper had there in the first quarter any better. You just have to be able to pull it in as a wide receiver.
See, this Jamaria Hamilton kid, he is a good-looking junior quarterback,
No
isn't he?
doubt. The longer this year goes, I think you can tell this Fairfield offense is going to be able to score some points on some people.
3rd and 9, another accurate throw, but it's incomplete. Just very good coverage that time by Cortez Samuel. Second time he's been there to break up a pass play, but I tell you, I'm impressed with the accuracy of this young man here, Hamilton.
No doubt about it. I mean, good throw there. I mean, maybe if he throws a little bit more towards the sideline, that ball's caught instead of tipped away, but outside of that one throw where his receiver had to go up in the air, I mean, he's been on the money with a lot of these throws. And there's another 10th grader making a play for Jasper. I'm telling you, this team, the more this year goes on, the more they gain experience. They're going to get a lot better. And next year, Jasper's, they're going to be a team to watch for. They're going to have a lot of returning experience.
4th and 9. Hamilton takes off and uses his legs again to get the first down. And will be taken off his feet just short of the 15-yard line by Connor Elmore, but it's another Black Diamond first down as Fairfield is in the green zone again.
I mean, he's got 3 carries and has to be averaging right at about 20 yards per carry so far here in this game. And that may be an adjustment that they make when they go back over to the sideline is, you know, hey, we're going to start doing a little bit more design runs. And if you get some more opportunities, just take off when we're in these passing situations, because there's been a lot of open lanes. They're now in that green zone here at the Jasper 16. A lot of time before halftime, so they can milk this clock if they want to.
Here's the handoff to the fullback. And no running room at all that time. Good job by the leading tackler, Eli Kimbrell. Another stop on this drive. And Fairfield got down here earlier, and Jasper came up with the 4th down play. And here Fairfield right back down as they're trying to add points before halftime.
Yeah, interesting blocking design here on this play. They pulled the guard and ran right off of where the guard would be. And they've tried that twice tonight. And Kimbrell has denied them both times. And Kimbrell only a junior as well, so he'll be returning for this Jasper group next season.
2nd and 10. Here's the pitch to the edge. Murray ducks his head and bulls his way near the first down before he stepped out of bounds. And they're going to mark him just a yard short, but what a physical run there by Justin Murray. But we do have a flag on the play. And this one appears to be coming back.
Hold him during the return on offense. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
So a very good run there, negated by the holding penalty. Let's see the hold right there. Number 11, holding number 11. So 2nd down and 20. Fairfield can pick up a first down at the 8-yard line. Hamilton under pressure, leaves the pocket, takes off. And Caleb, you mentioned you'd like to see this young man use his legs a little more. Well, it's happening on this drive.
Yeah, I mean, he's almost been forced to on this drive, which has been a good thing for them. That's what's helped them be able to move this football down the field, and good pickup right there as well from Justin Murray. That allowed him to get freed up, be able to get down that left sideline. It's a 3rd down and 4. They turn a 2nd and long into 3rd and very manageable here. I'd have to look at allowing Hamilton to move his feet a little bit, roll him to the right, roll him to the left, and give him the options of having his routes. And then if he needs to be able to tuck it and run, you already are out there in some space to be able to do so.
3rd and 4, and a whistle before the snap. And I think a timeout taken.
Come out. Perfect.
So Fairfield takes their final timeout of the half with 2:24 to play here in the 2nd quarter. You know, both these teams obviously compete, as we said, in Class 5A Region 5, and this is a very, very strong region, Caleb, with some household names there on this list.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, you look at Carver Birmingham, they also look very improved this year. John Carroll, what Coach Will Mara has done up there has been very impressive. You know, Pleasant Grove and Ramsey are always going to be there. I mean, they're playing this week, and that's a rematch of last year's 5A semifinal matchup with Nona, as we talked about, looks to be much improved. And then you look at, you know, obviously you don't want to look too far ahead. These teams are worried about this year, but next year, I think Fairfield and Jasper are going to be in the mix as well. And then I look for, you know, all 5 of those top 5 teams to also be right there competing. This may be the most competitive region in 5A And that's why you've had either the state champion or the state runner-up come from this region over the last 4 years. Pleasant Grove, 3 straight finals appearances without winning one, and then Ramsey able to get there and beat Charles Henderson last year.
So Coach Skanes taking the final timeout of the half here on this 3rd and 4 play that's coming up from the 10-yard line. Would love to grab the momentum back. Jasper got on that previous long touchdown run from Micah Pledger as the Tigers look to answer here late here in the first half. 3rd and 4, Hamilton's pass to the end zone is caught. Touchdown, Fairfield. Big time entertainment touchdown as number 8, Denzel Lambert, catches his 4th touchdown pass of the season, and again another very accurate throw from his quarterback, Jamarian Hamilton.
Hamilton has been impressive, but Lambert has also been impressive doing it on both sides of the ball. We've seen him make a couple big tackles, and then right there they just said, hey, our man is going to go up and be better than your man. And he went up, caught it at its highest point, had strong hands to hold on to it, and another extra point knocked through here by Fairfield. We saw Jasper miss one. So that's where you want to execute. Kicking these extra points at the high school level is not a gimme the way it is really at college and in the NFL. And already we see it come up big here as that now gives them an 8-point lead. But you see the play again. I mean, it's just a fade to the end zone, but great ball by Hamilton. And then again, Lambert, he just goes and gets it at its highest point. He timed the jump perfect. And it really wasn't bad coverage at all out there by Cortez Samuels, the 10th grader. And just, we're going to let our man go up and go make a play. And that's exactly what he was able to do. And so for a Fairfield offense that has only averaged 15 points per game through the first 3 weeks, 14 points here at halftime, you'll take that.
And they could have more.
Yeah.
They've been down there a couple of times. They didn't score, but they get the big touchdown there as Lambert, it's like that ball just stuck on his hands. Just great execution there by Fairfield. Still, though, 2:17 to play here before halftime, so Jasper will have an opportunity with 2 timeouts. And here's the Alabama Family Central kickoff. It's a short kick fielded at the 22-yard line, but it's great coverage as they'll bring the runner down at the 34, and that'll be where Jasper takes over 1st and 10.
You know, but again, we saw them kick it out of bounds last time, and Jasper started at the 35-yard line. If you're not really going to be able to kick it past the 20, and they're going to get it about right there anyways, you are almost better off as a coach just kicking it out of bounds and not letting anything happen. You know, nothing bad can happen. No penalties can happen. No, getting out of your lanes and a guy busts one. And, I'm kind of surprised that you don't see more coaches just go to that sometimes, especially when they not that they've struggled on kickoff coverage or anything, right there, but just when you're not able to kick it as deep.
Here comes Pledger around the edge. A nice gain. Steps out of bounds to stop the clock at the 44-yard line. Very close to a 1st down. Good block on the edge that time as well by Braxton Houston, who is doing duty on both sides of the line of scrimmage tonight for Fairfield.
Yeah, 5A is kind of right there on that, right on that line of having guys that have to play both ways. There's certain 5A programs that don't have to have it. There's some that do have to have it. And, Jasper really only has about 50-something players on their roster. And so, when you don't have more than 60, you're probably going to see some guys having to play both sides of the football. But another very good run there by Micah Pledger. I think both these running backs are getting better as this football game goes on.
1st down. Morrow's pass incomplete. Some contact down there. No flag. And you see Morrow wanting a push against the Fairfield defensive back. Didn't get the call. Little contact there. Official right. Coach Reeves kind of rolling his eyes. 2nd and 10 Pressure, Morrow's passes away, incomplete at the 45. Just really, Titus Waldrop just couldn't get turned around and get a good read on that pass.
Yeah, it was a good throw again by Tanner Morrow. The biggest thing he has to work on going forward is the consistency. There's times that was a perfect pass right there. And then we saw him earlier on 4th and 5. He short hopped the ball to his tight end. So just kind of finding the consistency. If he can consistently make these really good throws, I think that'll help this offense be consistently better going forward as well.
3rd and 10. Morrow goes down the middle. Pass is caught in stride down inside the 20. Goes Titus Waldrop. They threw the flag, I think, for pass interference, but it's not going to matter if that is the call.
With pressure in his face, and that's what we're talking about. That's a great throw again. I mean, just if he can consistently do that, it shows you what this offense can be. Also have to be able to catch the ball at wide receiver. We saw Waldrop drop one earlier that time, able to hold on to it. You had holding out there on the defense. That'll be declined. So big gain there for Jasper, and they have a chance for the 2-for-1. They will get the ball to start the second half as well.
And they're in the Greenco green zone, first down at the Fairfield 16. As they try to answer before halftime. Pledger gets it. Big hole. Darts to the end zone. He's in. Second touchdown of the night for Micah Pledger for the big-time touchdown.
That was a great cut. You don't see many sophomores that have that type of vision and will make that type of cut. A lot of young guys will want to just keep that going to the outside and try to outrun the defense. But you see, he saw the hole, planted that right foot, cut right up the middle. And that's when you design the zone run play as a coach, that's exactly what you're looking for. And great execution up front by this group. And now we'll see them go for 2 to try to tie this ball game at 14.
So the Alabama Family Central extra point is a 2-point try. Morrow's pass incomplete. It was intended for Jalen McCollum, and the score will remain 14-12.
Yeah, very interesting that they didn't just go right back to Micah Pledger right there on that play.
So another look at the sequence that led to this score. It was the key play here, Caleb, the pass downfield from Morrow to Waldrop. Best throw of the night.
No doubt. And big for Waldrop to hold on to it and pull it in, and then here's the run. I mean, just, man. Pledger has been impressive tonight watching him. Jasper, they've got some very good young football players on their hands up there. And these guys will just stick with it.
And there's a look at legendary Alabama player Tyrone Prothro on the Jasper staff. Tyrone Prothro, obviously an outstanding high school player himself at Cleveland County. Made varsity as a 7th grader. And then, of course, went on to star at the University of Alabama.
What would he have looked like in, the 2018, 2017, 19 Alabama offenses? I mean, it would have been incredible to watch him.
Great coverage here, but better job by the return man, Fairfield, as a flag comes in. Get great returns. That time it was Gilbert, but I believe this is coming back for some type of penalty on the kickoff return team.
Yeah, they've had a tough time hanging on to Gilbert. There's been a couple times in these kickoff coverages that they've had a hand on him and just can't pull him to the ground.
Hey, I can't even get told. How you been doing? Good, better. I missed first week I was in the hospital.
So a block in the back against Fairfield.
During return, block in the back, 10-yard penalty, first down.
So Fairfield with no timeouts remaining. See how aggressive they are here, starting this drive at their own 21. Of course, with this young man and his ability to run out of the pocket, he is a big play waiting to happen.
Well, I say to start this drive, you try to run your offense, see if you can move the ball a little bit. They are out of timeouts, but the clock does stop when you get a first down in high school ball.
prior to the snap, delay a game, offense, 5-yard penalty, replay, first down.
You know, that's about 3 times tonight that they've come from the sideline and had to either take a timeout or now get a delay a game penalty, and that'll frustrate you as a coach. I mean, you want that play already called and your guys ready to go when you come from the sideline like that. And there was even a penalty for them to talk it over a little bit more, and so another big mistake here by Fairfield.
Hamilton, pass downfield. It's caught out at the 24-yard line. Receiver goes out of bounds to stop the clock after a very nice throw and catch there from Hamilton to Gilbert. Those two have connected several times here in this first half. Soft coverage back there again, too.
And I don't blame Jasper for that right now. I mean, they're out of timeouts. Keep them in front. Try to keep them in bounds. That's the biggest thing they're trying to do right now.
2nd and 7. Hamilton got a receiver open and makes the catch and holds on down to the Jasper 44-yard line. That's Denzel Lambert, who had the big touchdown reception a moment ago.
How about the body control right here? He kind of saw the safety coming over the top and Connor Elmore and just stopped, turned his body a little bit, still kept his concentration on the football. That's a great catch right there by Lambert.
First down at the Jasper 43.
I think Elmore kind of got caught in between wanting to make the hit or try to go for the catch there.
Hamilton's pass is away. Receiver wide open, makes the grab, steps out of bounds inside the 35-yard line. That is Gilbert on the reception for the Black Diamond first down. So just like that, Fairfield down to inside Jasper territory with 40 seconds, but I think we have another flag. Looks like another big play by the Fairfield offense going to be negated by penalty. How many times have we seen this in the first half?
Any other receiver downfield on offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
I tell you, these officials are looking for that now. That's the 3rd time that's been called against Fairfield.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a lineman downfield or if that was maybe 2 wide receivers lining up on the line of scrimmage. That was the problem on that play. We've seen it where, with both of them really so far here in the first half.
So that backs it up to the 48, 1st and 15.
They almost had it again there, and the outside wide receiver finally stepped back.
Hamilton decides to take off, still on his feet, now throws, and it is out of bounds, incomplete.
Not a bad decision, though, from Hamilton there. He thought about taking off to run, but with no timeouts, if he's tackled in bounds and doesn't get the first down, they would have been scrambling to get back to the line of scrimmage. So you're a lot better off throwing that ball. If it's caught, great. If not, clock stops. We can kind of reset, and you still have 2, maybe 3 downs to work with here. 2nd down and 15 with 31 seconds to go.
Very long first half here tonight at Cairo Gambrill Field. 31 seconds left in this first half. 2nd and 15. Hamilton looks left, comes back right, and he's going to be sacked back at the 44-yard line. Another big play by Big JoJo Odom. Beats the block and gets to the quarterback.
Timeout, Jasper.
And we got a Jasper timeout. Not sure why Jasper would call time there to give Fairfield a chance to get their play ready on 3rd and 22. Because I'm not sure after that sack if Jasper might have just let the clock run. So not sure what the thinking there by Coach Reeves, but he did take the timeout. Unless there was some type of confusion on his side.
The only thing I can think of is you're maybe hoping that they throw a quick incompletion and try to punt the ball, and you want to go for a punt block or, something like that right here before halftime to try to make something happen.
So 3rd and 22 at the 45. See if Fairfield puts it in the air, and they will. Hamilton looking to throw. Over the middle. Oh, he had a receiver. Overshot him at the 30. Gilbert was open. But it'll be 4th down as the clock is now stopped with 13 seconds to play.
So they will punt it away. I was wondering if, I don't know if they have this in their playbook, if they practice it at all, but this wouldn't be a terrible time to do one of those quick kicks. Not that Jasper really is going to think that you're going for it, but you save yourself from having to snap it so far back, and you just do a little quick snap and get it off real quick. But they're going to go to their full pump formation, and Jasper doesn't look like they're really trying to come after it.
And the kick is out of there. And the punt is fumbled. And Fairfield is on it at the 25 with 5 seconds to go. So a very unusual sequence here by Jasper, starting with calling that timeout for some reason. There you see the fair catch being called for, but Maddox drops it. And there you see it's recovered by Fairfield's William Tate. So this Fairfield offense is going to have a shot here with at least one play from the 25-yard line.
Got to make sure you don't interfere with anybody here as well if you're Jasper, and allow them to move it closer and possibly be able to take a field goal before halftime.
Hamilton will look to throw. Looks to his left, goes deep toward the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. The big-time entertainment touchdown, Cade Austin on the receiving end of the pass from Hamilton. And it never would have happened without the Jasper timeout.
Well, you got to credit Hamilton here. I didn't think he was going to have enough time to get this ball off. He was getting sandwiched right in between two guys, and somehow Fairfield gets a guy wide open back there in the secondary.
Wow.
And that's a tough one there, because Jasper, if they just get a stop, you're getting the ball to start the second half. You have a chance to come out of halftime and take the lead. And now instead, if this extra point goes through, it's a 2-possession ball game here at halftime.
So the Alabama Family Central extra point to come as the officials are talking over something here.
Have a dead ball, unsportsmanlike, against Fairfield.
I'm sure Jasper will probably try to take this on the kickoff to
Dead
start
ball.
the second half.
Unsportsmanlike against Fairfield.
Got it. So that'll back them up on the extra point.
Now, maybe they have to take it on the extra point. I'm not sure about that ruling and what it is. Honestly, kind of surprised that Fairfield's still going to try it. He may end up knocking it through, but I would have thought they'd maybe try to go for 2 now.
Clemens' kick is no good, and that'll lead the score 20-12 here at halftime, but still a very positive way for Fairfield to end the first half as they catch a break and get some extra time with Jasper calling that timeout with 20 seconds to go after they'd gotten the sack and the clock was moving. Jasper stopped the clock, and Fairfield takes advantage. As what a first half for Jamaria Hamilton. He has 3 touchdown passes here in this first half, and that last one to Cade Austin, giving them a 20-12 lead as we head to halftime here on the Dover's Mattress Closeout Center. AHSAA Game of the Week from Jasper. And we are joined now by Fairfield head coach Shepherd's Gaines and Coach Mickey Shaddricks and Caleb Brooks with you. That was a big way for you to end the first half as you get some more points on the board heading into locker room. Just your overall thoughts on the first half.
The first half was a good first half. We got to clean up a lot of mistakes that we're doing, mental mistakes that's taking place. But overall, they came out, they fought the first half. They played hard. Jasper playing a hard football game. They were running the football, but we just got to clean up on some of our mistakes and come out the second half a little more sharper.
Coach, talk about your quarterback, Hamilton, and just how big him being able to use his legs has really been for this offense, especially in the second quarter.
Yes, sir, that was big. That was huge. You know, we saw them coming with the blitz up the off the edge, and we went with a sneak on fourth down, and he broke it open. So, hey, that was a big call, gutsy call, because we was on our side of the field right there, and we just took a chance with it.
All right, Coach Gaines, we'll let you get with your team. Good luck in the second half tonight.
All right, thank you. God bless you.
All right, Fairfield coach Shepherd's Gaines joining us at halftime. His team takes a 20-12 lead into the locker room. Coming up at halftime, we will be joined by Jasper Mayor David P. O'Mary as we talk about a big event going on in the city of Jasper, the Foothills Festival. That and more coming up at halftime.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
Shop with confidence at King's Mattress Gallery. Newly stocked signature sectionals and recliners for any size room. Mega Motion and signature lift chairs. Sealy Hybrid Duo Chill mattresses for a cool night's sleep. Temper Ergo smart bases that respond to snoring automatically. Visit King's Mattress Gallery today.
Family owned and operated since 1994.
Proudly serving in Sylacauga and surrounding areas.
Uncle Marcus, will you tell us a story about King Boys again?
Sure. Well, it all started back in 2008.
2008?
We didn't have all the fancy towing equipment we do now, but we did have a service and a desire to help our customers. You see, kids, you must train your mind and your body to be able to help the people you call customer. When they call on us, it's showtime. Understand me. King Boys' mission is to help when people are in need. So what's our motto, children?
King Boys forever!
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
$500 over invoice now at Tony Sarah Ford. Every new Ford on the lot, $500 over invoice when you trade in finance with Tony Sarah Ford, plus 3.9% financing for 72 months. Save thousands on new F-150s and more, all backed by Sarah's lifetime warranty. No charge. Every new Ford, $500 over invoice at Tony Sarah Ford. In Sylacauga, TonySarahFord.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
And back in Jasper, we are at halftime of the Dover's Mattress Closeout Center, AHSAA Game of the Week presented by Black Diamond Paving, and it's a good one out of Class 5A Region 5 Fairfield, scoring late in that first half with a 20-12 lead over Jasper here at halftime, and we are joined by a very special guest, Jasper Mayor David P. O'Meary, joining us here at halftime. Mayor, thanks for spending some time with us here at the half. And let me start off by mentioning a special event that we talked about here in the first half that's going on in your city this week, the Foothills Festival. You've got some special musical guests, a lot of things going on. If you will, just give us a rundown about what people can expect from this festival if they attend.
Well, exciting week lies ahead of us in this city. Foothills is an event that makes a powerful statement about this city, and you have to come and experience it to really appreciate what I'm saying. Our folks that are running the Foothills event this year, the Jasper Entertainment Group, have done a great job of laying the plan for this event. It looks like favorable weather lies ahead for us. We think that we may see as many as 30,000 people in the city on Saturday night. That's always exciting to bring people, have them experience this city's culture, and take part of a fun event. The event is something for everybody. There'll be a major spread of activities for the little fellas down on the east end of 19th Street. The music lineup is, and we've had some really good ones over the years, but I'm not so sure this year is not the best we've ever had. And from an age diversity perspective, it really is good music, some that appeals to younger folks. You go to the Marshall Tucker Band that appeals to folks in my age group. So we're really excited about it.
You know, Mayor, just talk about what this event does for your economy as well there. I mean, you talked about 30,000 people coming in. That's during the middle of college football season going on as well right now. So to have that big of a tournament, what does that do for the local businesses that you have there in Jasper, and them being able to, you know, be a part of this and have the type of income that they're going to have come in from an event like this as well?
Well, quite honestly, there's a way to make an accurate call on that. We can evaluate sales tax revenues that we collect in the month of September versus the month of August or the month of October. And that's a pretty good indication. I've watched it. I've been in office for about 6 years. And it varies. It's hard to say exactly what it'll mean to us. But clearly a very positive economic impact, and then an image impact. It's just huge for the city. Another thing that I'm proud of, the event's free. It doesn't cost a penny for anybody to come.
Well, Mayor, we really appreciate you stopping by to tell us a little bit about the festival. You're the mayor of a great city. You know that better than anyone, and we appreciate hosting us for the game of the week tonight here in Jasper, and good luck this weekend with the festival.
Okay. Thank you so much. Glad to be a part of it.
All right. Thanks a lot. As Jasper Mayor David P. O'Meary joining us at halftime. We will continue live from Cairo Gambrell Field in Jasper in just a moment.
Wow, Dad, these prices sure are low.
Wow, the temperature outside sure is high.
Well, at least Dad keeps the prices in here low.
Yeah, Dad, how are you able to do that?
Son, on average, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is able to sell mattresses at least 40% off. We buy liquidations, closeouts, and so much more discounted, and we're able to sell them to our customers for at least 40% off.
Make sure to come visit us at our 4 locations.
Yeah, and Dad, remember to slice that price.
Oh, boy.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other high-traffic community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama Because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with mini dental implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
And we're back now with Holtzford's highlights. And there's been no shortage of outstanding performances from Alabama high school athletes these past couple of weeks. If you'd like to see your highlights here on the show, don't forget to send them to David Holtzford at the email address on your screen. Let's get right to all the action. We pick up the highlights this week first by checking out defending 1A state volleyball champions, the Addison Bulldogs, 14-3 on the year in a big matchup versus Cold Springs, a battle that took place at the Meek Invitational Volleyball Tournament. Addison, coached by Kayla Woodard, showed domination at the net and from the serving line, with Daisy Baker leading the way with 44 kills and 36 digs for the week. Setter Hadley Butler quarterbacked her team with skill, dishing out 119 assists and making 36 digs. The Bulldogs posted wins over Cold Springs, Meek, and Class 4A Curry. The Bulldogs have more matchups this week against Decatur Heritage, Coleman, and Lynn High Schools. The unbeaten Clay Chalkville Cougars 3-0, coached by Drew Gilmer, opened Class 6A Region 6 play last week with the Pell City Panthers in style. Super athlete quarterback Jalen Mbakwe accounted for 4 first-half touchdowns, including this great run for 59 yards and a 44-yard TD pass to Mario Craver. The Cougars in Mbakwe accounted for 238 total yards of offense on the night as Clay rolled to a 46-7 victory to go 1-0 in region play. The talk in Northern Alabama this season has been about the play of Fort Payne's high-powered offense led by quarterback Dax Varnador. The Wildcats, 3-1 of coach Chris Elmore, were in top form in their Class 6A Region 8 opener versus Mae Jemison as we pick up the action in the first half. Varnador, who fired 4 TD passes to 4 different receivers, is shown here, making the connections look easy as Fort Payne cruised to a 61-13 win over Mae Jemison. His TD passes covered 55 yards to Caden DeBose, 15 yards to Nolan Fowler, 14 yards to Riker Shankles, and 19 yards to Blake Griggs. Varnador has passed for 795 yards in 3 games this season. Remaining in Northeast Alabama, we check in on red-hot Gadsden City and Buckhorn in another Class 6A Region 8 contest. We pick up the action early with Titans quarterback getting his team off to a fast start with this 68-yard TD pass to Keyshawn Curry on the first offensive play of the game. 3 minutes later, Dre Kirkpatrick Jr. fields a Buckhorn punt at his own 10-yard line and weaves through the Bucs defense for a 90-yard Gadsden City touchdown. The Titans, 2-1, went on to win 49-14 and is now 1-0 in Region 8 play. Moving to West Alabama, we check in on a big Class 3A Region 5 rivalry between Gordo and Winfield. Green Wave quarterback Cameron Lark takes the snap in the first quarter and claws his way into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. Later in the game, Javian Lark takes the handoff from Cameron, breaks the tackle, and speeds the rest of the way to the end zone for another score. Gordo goes on to win this Region 5 opener over the Pirates 25-18. Next, we head to Scottsboro, where the Wildcats and Boaz Pirates are locked in a high-scoring battle. Scottsboro sets a school record to win this contest 63-38. That's right, 101 points scored collectively by both teams. Scottsboro also had a total of 650 yards, second best in school history, with 562 yards rushing, another school record. Sophomore fullback Jacoby Edmondson, filling in for injured starter Keelan Alvarez, responded with 242 yards rushing on 14 carries and scored 3 touchdowns as the Wildcats 3-0 opened Class 5A Region 7 play with the win. Scottsboro rushed for 9 touchdowns, also a school record, and place kicker Cole Rochelle, a sophomore, was 9 of 9 on PATs extending his current streak to 31 in a row. He is 22 of 22 this season and 55 of 57 for his career. For Boaz, quarterback Tyler Pierce was 24 of 41, passing for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns.
If you've got $29, you've got the down payment for a brand new Nissan. Now at Sarah Nissan, 3 locations. Every vehicle, just $29 down, plus 0% financing for 60 months, 700 new Nissans, and you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. 0% financing for 60 months. Every vehicle, just $29 down. Now at Sarah Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga, plus Tony Sarah Nissan in Coleman.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other high-traffic community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
Mr. President, Bessemer Superhighway is backed up. What are we going to do?
Are you serious? Get me the King Boys.
King Boys Towing is the fastest growing tow and recovery company in Birmingham and surrounding areas for one reason. Our customers are our top priority. Whether your car's been in an accident, is stuck in the driveway and won't start, or you just need a tow to your preferred repair shop, give us a call. Our fleet of flatbed tow trucks will provide courteous and fast service. King Boys Towing, 205-428-3235.
Hey, Dad. Now that school's back in session, let's give them a mattress lesson.
Okay.
Is Dover's Mattress Closeout Center a true closeout center, or is it just a name on the wall?
Kids, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is not just a name on a building. We truly acquire and sell scuffed, discontinued, closeout mattresses and adjustable beds discounted on average 40 to 50% off.
Wow, that was better than a math lesson. But remember the slice that price.
Oh, boy.
And we are back live at Cairo Gambrell Field in Jasper. There you see our halftime score. This is Class 5A Region 5 matchup between two teams in desperate need of a win. Right now through one half, it is Fairfield with a 20-12 lead over Jasper, getting that late touchdown score at the end of the first half to lead by 8 heading into the locker room. Jasper will get the kickoff to begin the second half. But I tell you, this was a lot of offense in that first half, Kayla. We take a look at some of the first half highlights, and it was a great first half here by Jamaria Hamilton. He threw 3 touchdown passes in this first half to 3 different receivers.
Yeah, you know, his arm was very impressive. Accuracy was impressive. You see it right here. They hit that wheel route up the sideline for that first touchdown, which was a great start for Jasper, for Fairfield, but a great answer here by Jasper's. They get it to their running back, Micah Pledger, who's been very impressive so far tonight, the 10th grader. And another good answer here, as you see, Fairfield letting their playmakers go up and go make a play.
Micah Pledger scoring 2 touchdowns in the first half for Jasper, accounting for their 12 points. And again, it was Mr. Hamilton through the air with the 3 touchdown passes, including this one at the end of the first half that happened because of a timeout taken by Jasper, which extended the first half, and that's where we stand at halftime. Fairfield with a 20-12 lead. We'll return to the Dover's Mattress Closeout Center AHSAA Game of the Week.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Manor brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
Hello, my name is Henry Looney. I'm the pastor of Reaching the World Bible Church, and we'd like to invite you to our 30th church anniversary and homecoming on Sunday, September 24th at 1 p.m. Come celebrate with us. God bless you. We hope to see you there.
$500 over invoice now at Tony Sarah Ford. Every new Ford on the lot, $500 over invoice when you trade in finance with Tony Sarah Ford, plus 3.9% financing for 72 months. Save thousands on new F-150s and more, all backed by Sarah's lifetime warranty. No charge. Every new Ford, $500 over invoice at Tony Sarah Ford. In Sylacauga, TonySarahFord.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
I was in a car accident. My front tooth cracked. I'm definitely embarrassed to smile. I got mini dental implants. It changed my life because it made me feel like me. Like I can smile and feel like Ashley. I just want to say thank you.
You can be you again with mini dental implants. I'm Dr. Rick Redmond. Call me today for a free consultation and give me the opportunity to change your life.
I'm more than happy. I'm ecstatic.
And both teams back out on the field warming up for second half action. As you see, Fairfield leading Jasper 20-12 here on the AHSAA game of the week. Mickey Shadricks along with Caleb Brooks. A very entertaining first half, and Fairfield with the 8-point lead. Jasper will get the second half kickoff. I think that'll be a very key series for the Vikings.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another key play in this whole entire ball game was the personal foul penalty by Fairfield after that touchdown, because they could have gone up 2 possessions with an easy extra point. They'd already hit 2. Instead, they had to get moved back to the 18. They rolled it on the ground, basically, and that's kept it an 8-point game. So if Jasper can come out and answer with a touchdown, they could go for 2 and tie this ball game up. We could have a brand-new ball game. And so not only was that timeout taken before the half that gave Fairfield the opportunity big, but then Fairfield getting that personal foul penalty has also kept this a 1-possession game, which could loom large here tonight.
And we are now joined by Coach Reeves of Jasper joining us here as we get set for the second half. Coach, can you hear us?
Yes, I got you.
Give us your thoughts on that first half.
We just got to play better. I mean, that's point blank. I mean, they're way too athletic. We're giving up way too many things that we shouldn't be giving up. You know, we got to be better on third down, and we got to be better in special teams. We just got to be better.
Coach, you know, you look at your offense. I mean, obviously Pledger was just huge there in the first half. How important is it going to be for him to be able to keep going in the second half and continue to get him touches?
Yeah, he's a really good player. I mean, we want to get him touches every week. The more times he touches the ball, the better our football team is. He's a really good player. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Appreciate it.
All right, Jeff. See Micah Pledger, who we were just speaking about. We got 2 really good sophomore running backs on this field tonight. Jasper's Micah Pledger, and of course Fairfield's got a pretty good one as well in sophomore Justin Murray, and they have performed well here in this first half. And you know, Micah Pledger is, you know, very dynamic with the football in his hands, but you got to give his offensive line some credit because he's had some pretty good holes to run through tonight.
Yeah, I mean, both his touchdowns, he wasn't touched on either one of those. So, you know, the second one was just as much good running. The first one was offensive line just really creating. I mean, you could have drove a bus through that hole. So if they can keep doing that in the second half, I think they can continue to put some offense together. But I think both coaches have to be pleased with what they saw offensively from 2 groups that have struggled a lot on that side of the ball through the first couple of weeks.
We heard from Coach Scaines at the beginning of halftime, and he talked about, obviously, they had a lot of key penalties that really hurt them, or they might have more points on the board here at halftime.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. And, you know, if they can just keep letting Hamilton use his arm and use his legs and, you know, just allow him to keep making plays and get the ball out to their playmakers, they'll continue to find success, and I think they'll continue finding success as the season goes forward as well.
And we are off and running now in the second half as Jasper will take over 1st and 10 after the good return at their own 35-yard line, and a good look at Tanner Morrow heading out to lead the Jasper offense in a very important series for both teams. They spot this actually just inside the 35, so first down at the 34. Pledger gets the call, and look at the physical running of Micah Pledger. Again, just running over a would-be tackler and picking up about 8 or 9 yards.
I mean, I said it, you know, during the first half. As the game goes on, both these running backs are just getting better. They're starting to kind of get loose in this game. What a run right there. I mean, this kid has a chance to be very, very special in the next couple of years for this Jasper Viking program.
2nd down and a yard after that 9-yard gain on 1st down. Here comes the blitz. Morrow pumps, goes deep, and it is incomplete. The pass was intended for John Straub, but it was excellent coverage back there by Fairfield's Xavier Walker.
Yeah, really good job there by Walker. I mean, he was running stride for stride with the wide receiver right there, and it was going to take Morrow putting that in a perfect spot. It wasn't a bad throw at all right there by Morrow, but good coverage, sets up 3rd down and 1, and got a feeling they'll go back to Pledger here and won't have to. 3rd time tonight that Fairfield has jumped off sides on a either 3rd or 2nd and short situation.
Now, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Coach Gaines talked about these penalties and things they needed to clean up, and it bites them right out of the chute here in the 2nd half. So 1st down by way of penalty. 1st down at the 48. Pledger across midfield down to the Fairfield 48 for a gain of about 4.
But, you know, the positive early in the ball game, neither side was able to move the front. And as the game's gone on, they've kind of gotten a little bit better up front on both sides. They've created more holes, which has helped the running game for both sides as well. Because you can tell with both these offenses, they can throw the football pretty well, but they have to be able to run to set up that pass. And now it looks like I think Jasper is going to get a false start, and that time it was Pledger just leaning forward a little bit too much.
Prior to the snap, encroachment,
Well,
defense,
never mind. It's going to be an
5-yard penalty.
offsides.
2nd down.
2 pre-snap penalties here against Coach Gaines' team, and the penalties just continuing to be a problem here for Fairfield tonight. So this makes it 2nd down and 1. Morrow looking to throw, 5-man rush, pass over the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Carter Reed, who should have made the catch.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about it. Ball hit them right in the hands. That's about the 3rd time tonight that these receivers have had one hit off their hands that they should have caught. Morrow's done a good job for the most part. He's really only had one bad throw, and it came on that 4th down and 5 play where he just short-armed it just a little bit. But he's played the quarterback position very well so far tonight for Jasper. He needs some help from the guys around him.
Pledger gets the call, and forward progress. I think he's going to have the 1st down as they're going to spot him down at the 41-yard line. And that will be a black diamond 1st down. That's about as good a job as they've done against Pledger tonight.
And still able to get the 1st down. He does a good job of just planting that left foot, getting forward, and that's, you know, really good of understanding, hey, I don't have to get a big play here. We just need 1 yard to get the 1st down. But a nice drive here to get the 2nd half started for the Vikings.
And here is Busby on the carry, and he picks up very good yardage. Gain of about 6, make it 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, I've seen Busby line up at wide receiver a few times tonight. He just had a pretty physical block out there a couple plays ago, and then right here he moves into the running back position, his 1st carry that we've seen tonight. Not a bad carry at all there, 6 yards on the play. They get him out in space. And again, these running backs have a very good understanding of when they see the hole, planning and going, not just continuing to run out to the outside towards the sideline.
And this is Busby again. He falls forward, close to another 1st down as Garrett Busby back-to-back carries. And it will be a black diamond 1st down. So a nice drive underway here to start the 2nd half for Jasper.
And drop punt before halftime just continues to loom large. They would be driving to take the lead here in the 2nd half instead of just trying to tie the ball game.
So 1st down at the 31. And here is Pledger. And Pledger, again, a good blocking at the point of attack. And another nice gain on 1st down. So a gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. So Morrow fakes, gets rid of the pass quickly. It is caught by Waldrop, but immediately tackled. Nice job there by the Fairfield defense.
Yeah, Waldrop really kind of seems to be their go-to guy when they need a passing play. Morrow is looking in number 3's direction, the senior, big-bodied receiver out there as well, and did a good job right there of using his body as he turned around quickly on the hitch route, shield off the defender, give a nice throwing lane for his quarterback, and I think Fairfield has had to use another timeout before a snap due to having too many men on the field right there.
Timeout, Fairfield.
So never want to use any of your timeouts that early in the second half, especially in that situation, but they burned their first one at the 7:49 mark, and that is a King Boys Towing and Recovery timeout.
This type of drive that Jasper wanted, though, I mean, you've chewed up 4 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock. You know, we talked about how tired it looked like the Jasper defense was getting towards the middle part of that second quarter because they had been on the field so much. Well, now they're trying to return the favor here to Fairfield and keep their defense on the field, try to wear them down some as well.
And here's the Southern Smiles of Sylacauga Smile Cam as we look at some of the fans in attendance tonight here in Jasper. Treated to a good game so far. 3rd and 1. Here's Pledger. Gonna get around the edge and cut back upfield for a first down to the 16. The Black Diamond first down, and back inside the Green Co. green zone does go the Jasper Vikings. And Caleb, they haven't finished the drive yet, but this is exactly what they wanted to do to start this second half.
Yeah, chewing up clock, moving the ball on the ground. They've really only had one successful pass play so far, but it has been all Pledger outside of those couple of plays to Garrett Busby.
Here's Pledger going left, and he is stuffed for virtually no gain, maybe a gain of a yard. That was a fine defensive play by the Fairfield defense led by DeAndre Poole, the senior defensive tackle.
And, you know, look, teams have to figure themselves out as the year goes on. You know, you're never really going to see a team be as good week 1 as they're going to be later in the year. And I think as the season goes on, Jasper's going to kind of figure out, you know, hey, I think the more we get the ball in this Pledger guy's hands, the better off we will be offensively. And I think you've seen them kind of find that here tonight. It's the most success they've had moving the football all season so far. And it's opened up a lot of these type of plays right here, these short pass plays, to get their wide receivers open up underneath and over the middle. And a nice catch right there by Titus Waldrop. And as I said, it's kind of been their go-to guy out there on the outside when they've needed a big pass play tonight.
Short gain, so it sets up 3rd and 5. You see Titus Waldrop going down to make the reception. So 3rd and 5 for the Vikings. Morrow looking to throw. Now will take off and run. Morrow inside the 5, taken out of bounds at about the 2-yard line by Fairfield's Jelani Miller, but it's going to set up 1st and goal for the Vikings.
And it's the first time tonight that we've seen him tuck the ball and run, so I don't really think the Fairfield defense was looking for it right there. They didn't have anybody in the vicinity, and a nice job by Morrow to tuck it and run. And you know, you can kind of tell with him too, as this game's gotten on, he's gotten better as well, and he's improved in the quarterback position. He's thrown the ball very well so far tonight, and it's really opened up this offense. And
Morrow hands off to Pledger, and he's in the end zone. 3rd rushing touchdown of the night for Micah Pledger, as the big-time touchdown pulls Jasper closer.
I just keep giving it to number 6. That guy is a playmaker on offense. How many times have we seen the first tackler actually get him to the ground tonight? It has not happened very much.
So Jasper will line up to go for 2. The Alabama Family Central extra points, a 2-point try. Morrow will try to get it in himself, and he will not even get close. So great defense there by Fairfield. The score remains. The Tigers lead it 20-18 after a 6-minute drive to start the second half. Pulls the Vikings to within 2.
You think this is just a gray metal box, right? Let's get a little closer. Closer. Yeah, Manor brand air conditioners are designed, engineered, and assembled in the USA.
Hello, my name is Henry Looney. I'm the pastor of Reaching World Bible Church, and we'd like to invite you to our 30th church anniversary and homecoming on Sunday, September 24th at 1 p.m. Come celebrate with us. God bless you. We hope to see you there.
$500 over invoice now at Tony Sarah Ford. Every new Ford on the lot, $500 over invoice when you trade and finance with Tony Sarah Ford, plus 3.9% financing for 72 months. Save thousands on new F-150s and more, all backed by Sarah's lifetime warranty. No charge. Every new Ford, $500 over invoice at Tony Sarah Ford. In Sylacauga, TonySarahFord.com.
Back at Jasper as Fairfield leads the Vikings now 20-18 after the touchdown run by Micah Pledger pulls the Vikings to within 2. And Caleb, that was a very impressive drive. Despite failing on the 2-point attempt, the Vikings did chew up half of this third quarter, and they get it in the end zone.
Well, we're looking at two offenses that haven't had a ton of success to start this season off, and so, like I said right before halftime, both of these coaches have to be pleased with what they've seen offensively from their groups. They're finally starting to put, some good drives together, and short kick here that takes a Jasper bounce and could have Fairfield in their worst starting field position. Now a flag will come in, and also looks like that Gilbert maybe slow to get up, which would really not be good for this offense here for Fairfield.
So we're waiting the call from the official, which appears to will go against Fairfield and back the Tigers up even more. And we do have an injured Fairfield player down on the field. This is our referee, Kenneth Lee.
Hold him. Turn team. 10 yard, half the distance. Half the distance.
So it will back Fairfield up and give them very poor field position, as you see Gilbert being helped up off the turf. Let's go back and look at the touchdown here by Jasper.
I mean, it's just been all Micah Pledger. You can't say much more about this kid. 10th grader, you're probably going to hear his name a lot, and I think you're going to see this offseason when he starts going to more camps and gets a little older, a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger in the offseason. He's going to be a guy that a lot of colleges will be targeting and looking at. So now we'll see this Fairfield offense. Can they answer? They really had it going there in the second quarter. A huge drive right before halftime. Maybe that gives them some confidence as well.
So an opportunity here for this Jasper defense with Fairfield backed up inside their own 10. They'd love to get a 3-and-out here, get the ball back to their offense. Jasper's never led in the game. So here comes Fairfield, and Murray is taken down for no gain. And once again, it's JoJo Odom with the initial penetration making the tackle.
JoJo Odom's a big-time football player for sure, and It's a big body running fast right down the line of scrimmage to go and meet the running back before he can hit that hole. Gets him down right at the line of scrimmage there. 2nd down and 10 here for Fairfield.
Had some help from 8th grader Zion Koger as well. So 2nd down. Murray gets the call again. This time plenty of room up the middle. He's going to have the Black Diamond 1st down all the way out to the 37-yard line, taken off his feet by Jasper's Connor Elmore, but that is a big play for sophomore running back Justin Murray.
Yeah, these wide splits from Fairfield have kind of given Jasper some problems. It's spread out the defense. It's spread out the size that they have up front. And it's created a lot of these holes that you've seen right there, able to take advantage of it. And now we'll see for the first time tonight, Jasper jumps off sides.
And these pre-snap penalties drive coaches crazy.
Prior to the snap, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
So it'll be 1st and 5 after the offsides call. That was a huge play there for Fairfield to get out of trouble. All the way out to the 43. 1st and 5. Here's Murray, and he is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. And once again, it's 8th grader Zion Koger, the first to arrive.
You're going to want to look for Jasper next year. You know, I'm not sure where they're going to end up with the reclassification, but if they can stay at this 5A level and they don't jump up to 6A, they're going to make a lot of noise in 5A next year. And I mean, you're basically going to have almost everybody on both sides of the ball coming back next season.
2nd down and 5. Vikings bring the blitz, passes away and caught at the 47. Great job by the receiver breaking a tackle, and is going to have a Black Diamond 1st down. And on the reception, Denzel Lambert.
Yeah, and you know, with Gilbert going down, you'll probably see Lambert play a little bit more at wide receiver. He's been in and out. He's played some that obviously has a touchdown catch, but they hadn't tried to use him as much because he plays defense as well. But with Gilbert down, you may have to see Lambert play a little bit more out there at wide receiver now.
Hamilton looking over to the sideline, getting the play in. Offensive coordinator Sidney Scaines. Hamilton keeps it. And Hamilton shows that explosive ability with his legs. Busby doing a great job of closing quickly. It looked like Hamilton was going to be running for a while, but Garrett Busby, nice tackle there in the open field.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell once he decided right there to go after him. I mean, that's really good closing speed right there by Busby. And like you said, I mean, Hamilton, we've seen him get loose a couple of times tonight. Thought that he would just glide his way to about 10, 12 yards right there, but big time play there by Busby to set up 2nd down and 7.
Second down and 7 at the 47. And I think Fairfield is going to have to call a timeout to avoid the delay of game call.
Delay of game.
We'll take the break as
5-yard
well.
penalty.
Timeout on the field. 2:45 left in the 3rd quarter. 2-point lead for Fairfield over Jasper.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialists. Greenco offers comprehensive athletic field solutions for all your athletic field needs. Our experienced technicians provide complete programs to manage playing surfaces, parks, and other
Got a
high-traffic
timeout.
community spaces. Greenco also provides anti-mosquito control, overseeding, aeration, and turf care to schools and cities across the state.
Wow, Dad, these prices sure are low.
Wow, the temperature outside sure is high.
Well, at least Dad keeps the prices in here low.
Yeah, Dad, how are you able to do that?
Son, on average, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is able to sell mattresses at least 40% off. We buy liquidations, closeouts, and so much more discounted, and we're able to sell them to our customers for at least 40% off.
Make sure to come visit us at our 4 locations.
Yeah, and Dad, remember to slice that price.
Oh, boy.
And coming up next week on the AHSAA TV Network Game of the Week, you see a good matchup as Vincent will take on BB Comer. We'll kick it off next Thursday night, 7 o'clock. A top 10 matchup coming your way next week on the AHSAA Game of the Week.
Yeah, BB Comer, #1 team in 2A, due to the fact that Fife was beaten by Geraldine in week 1, which, you know, if you keep up with high school football, and especially Northeast Alabama the way we do, I mean, Geraldine beating Fife wasn't that big of a surprise. Geraldine's pretty good this year, but that allowed BB Comer to move into that #1 spot. And, you know, watching some of the comments from Coach Adam Fawcett and his team, they seem to be handling that very well also. So looking forward to that one next week.
2nd and 12, give up the middle. About a 4 or 5 yard gain that time for Murray. So you're now looking at 3rd down. And about 8. 3rd down and 7 official.
Yeah, but if you're Fairfield, you'll take that. You'd much rather have 3rd and 7 right here than being back 3rd, 12, 3rd and 11. So not a bad run. And now you kind of have some options, and you're probably in 4-down territory as well.
Let's see how the Tigers play at 3rd and 7. Hamilton looks to throw, goes down the far sideline. Receiver is there, but the pass a little behind him, and that enabled Busby to catch up and break up the play.
Yeah, the good news is that was Gilbert back in the ballgame for Fairfield running down the sidelines there. But as you said, Hamilton, hadn't seen him miss many tonight, but that time you see he underthrew him. Gilbert had to pull up a little bit. If he throws it out in front of him, Gilbert is running underneath that for a touchdown. Nice job by Busby again to close in, get his hand on the ball. We've seen a couple of nice pass breakups on the outside from this Jasper team. Busby, one of the few seniors that have made an impact in this ball game. 4th down and 7 now for Fairfield. It's a huge down.
And they will go for it. Hamilton, pressure in his face, and he is going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. What a great job by Jasper's Braxton Houston and this Viking defense. That may be the biggest play of the night for the Jasper defense.
Yeah, defense brought the blitz from the wide side of the field right there. They didn't have anybody to block them. And right here, if you're Hamilton, you got to see that, pump fake and try to get around Elmore right there. And instead, he was unable to do so. And that's actually Eli Kimbrell. But you got to try to find a way to use your legs right there. Instead, he was looking downfield and didn't really see how quickly he was closing in on him. And that's a big sack in this ball game. And now great field position for Jasper to look to try to take their first lead of this ball game.
So 1.5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Here goes Pledger. And Pledger stays on his feet. Fighting his way down inside the 20 goes Micah Pledger. In the Greenco green zone with another Black Diamond 1st down.
Jasper's come out with a little bit of extra juice here in the 2nd half. And, you know, Fairfield's playing hard, but it just feels like Jasper's turned it up a little bit here in the 3rd quarter. And they're playing physical, and especially that guy right there, Micah Pledger. He is running very hard here for this group, and you can kind of tell everybody else is playing a little bit harder watching him.
Pledger gets about 4 yards on that carry, and that'll make it 2nd down and 6. I tell you, this young man, he doesn't wait on the hit to be delivered to him.
No, he doesn't. He delivers the blow. He's looking for contact. And also, you know, got to give a shout out. We've talked about him, but Braxton Houston playing both sides of the ball, had a big block on that play right there, and it's not easy to do, especially when you're going against the type of bodies that Fairfield has been putting out there on the defensive line so far tonight.
Actually just 2 yards on that gain, 2nd down and 8. Pledger gets the call again, cuts it up inside, ducks his head, is down near the 10, and that is near a 1st down.
Yeah, they found something both ways going right in between the tackle and the guard. I'm not sure if it's something with how Fairfield is aligning or whatever it is, but they've found their honey hole right there between the guard and the tackle offensively, and that's where they are getting all this yardage and chewing up clock. I mean, Jasper had the ball for, what, about 8 minutes, 8.5 minutes here of this 3rd quarter.
Fairfield's will only have had the ball 1 possession in the 3rd quarter. And there you see that'll take us to the end of the 3rd. So a very quick 3rd quarter dominated by Jasper. They're only down by 2, threatening to take their first lead of the night. Back with 4th quarter action on the AHSAA Game of the Week.
need the king, boys.
Don't call two clowns in a tow truck when you're dreaming of them King boys.
If you've got $29, you've got the down payment for a brand new Nissan. Now at Sarah Nissan, 3 locations. Every vehicle, just $29 down, plus 0% financing for 60 months, 700 new Nissans, and you get a lifetime warranty, no charge. 0% financing for 60 months. Every vehicle, just $29 down. Now at Sarah Nissan in Birmingham and Sylacauga, plus Tony Sarah Nissan in Coleman.
Greenco Athletic Fields Care and Maintenance is Alabama's premier athletic sports field specialist.
44 in the Mobile area. What about this
field
matchup,
solutions
Caleb?
for
You
all
got
your
Sarah
athletic
Land,
field
the
needs.
defending
Our
6A state
experienced
champions,
technicians provide
taking on
complete program.
Spanish Fort.
That one's going to be a fun one. I mean, that region down there has basically gone between those two football programs pretty much since Saraland became a school. And Saraland finally got over the hump, got a state championship last year. We've obviously seen Spanish Fort play for multiple state championships. Saw them won down in Auburn against Oxford a couple of years ago. And those are two big-time programs. Should be a really fun game tomorrow night down there in Mobile.
3rd down and 2. Pledger is going to be wrapped up, but again, he's just so strong. He just is able to fall forward and appear to pick up the Black Diamond first down. It will depend on the spot. You and I were talking about this young man during the break, just a sophomore. You wonder how much more he could grow, but he is as physical and tough a runner that you will see, and just a sophomore.
He does a great job of keeping his feet moving. You know, that's one of the biggest things that he does. He just keeps his feet moving. He doesn't stop them, which keeps his momentum going. You saw it right there on that play, but it looks like it will be 4th and inches.
And they give it to Pledger, and
Yeah,
he's
not
going to
for
get
long.
it in for the touchdown. His 4th rushing touchdown of the night. Big time entertainment touchdown.
They have really worn out this Fairfield defense here in the second half, and it is showing. You know, we saw Fairfield closing in, making some big tackles. Now we'll see Jasper have to go for 2 again for the 3rd time tonight. They've missed their first 2. This one will try to make it a 6-point game. We'll see if they put the ball back in number 6's hands. They hadn't done that either of their first 2 two-point conversions. I would probably just take my chances with him the way he's running, especially here in the second half.
And the Alabama Family Central extra point is once again a try for 2. Morrow will throw, and it will be complete as Busby makes the catch in the end zone. So the 2-point conversion will make it 26-20 as Jasper dominating the second half so far, and they have taken their first lead here early in the 4th quarter.
Great drive again by Jasper. They're 2 for 2 on touchdowns here in the second half. You see the touchdown there by Micah Pledger. Easily takes it in again. I'm not sure if he's been touched on any of his touchdown runs tonight. And then a great job by Busby to hang on to it right there, coming over the middle. It was really good coverage right there by Fairfield. But tough catch there by the senior. And you got to give Jasper some credit. You know, they've come out like a group that is hungry to get their first win of the season. You know, they played an okay first half, but Coach told us, we've got to play better. We've got to execute better. They've done that here in the second half. It's been a clean second half so far for Jasper, and it's shown on the scoreboard now with 14 points and a 6-point lead.
Again, they have dominated this second half and dominated time of possession. Fairfield has only had the football 1 time here in the second half, and they're set to get it back here on the Alabama Family Central kickoff. A short kick fielded at the 20. So here comes Cade Austin. Big return, slips down at the 45, maybe the 46, but it'll still be good field position for the Tigers as they try to get something going. And, you know, they had all the momentum, Caleb, going in at halftime when they got that late touchdown in the second quarter, but it has been a second half so far dominated by the homestanding Vikings.
No, and that's why Jasper needs to be pleased with what they've seen. I mean, it'd have been very easy for their young team to fall behind 8 points. You make a big mistake right before halftime. You put yourself in a hole and just start doubting yourselves and, to start saying, here we go again, just like the first 2 games. They've responded very well, and I think this type of response is something that will really pay off as the season goes forward.
And here is Murray with a big hole up the middle, and Murray picks up 11, maybe 12, a shoestring tackle around the 40-yard line, and Murray looks to be slow getting up, get some help from his teammates.
Great job by the sophomore Drew Herring. You watch him right here. He just kind of holds on for dear life and gets dragged, about 5 yards right there by Murray, and finally able to pull him down after the first down, and now it looks like he may have landed on Murray's ankle the wrong way. We've already seen Murray dealing with some ankle issues earlier in the night, but now we'll have another offsides by Jasper. So the 2 sides have been trading offsides penalties on both sides, and now Fairfield, you have to be pleased. You fall behind for the first time tonight. In 2 plays, you have the ball up to the Jasper 35-yard line.
And for the second time tonight, C.C. Mitchell. There you see him coming off the field, jumping off sides. So 1st and 5 at the Jasper 35. Hamilton, plenty of time. Short pass is complete. And that is Gilbert with the Black Diamond first down.
One of the things I'm liking about this Fairfield offense, they're giving their quarterback, easy reads. And I don't say that in a bad way. I say it as a credit to this coaching staff. They're just kind of running a wide receiver up the sideline. They're running another one underneath, and they're just letting him make one read. And if that guy goes with him, you're going to throw it underneath. If he doesn't, they're going to throw it deep. And they've done that multiple times tonight, and Hamilton has done a good job of making the right decision almost every single time.
Jasper showing blitz, and they back off, and then Hamilton looking over to the sideline to get the play call. And they run it again with Murray. And again, another big run by Murray all the way down to the 11-yard line into the Greenco green zone with the Black Diamond asphalt and paving first down. And I tell you, this is an impressive response here by Fairfield.
No doubt about it. I mean, this is exactly what you wanted to see. Your Coach Skanes, and got to be pleased with the way they've come out, and they've turned it up a little bit offensively with their physicality here on this drive. Still have a chance to get a first down as well with the ball being at the 11-yard line.
And this is Hamilton. He keeps. He's inside the 5, and he's into the end zone as Hamilton with his 5th touchdown of the night. His others have been throwing the ball. Or I should say his 4th touchdown. This is his first rushing touchdown of the night, and it ties the game again at 26.
All of a sudden, this game has opened itself up. I think both teams have kind of cleaned up. And, we saw a couple offsides penalties, but they've cleaned up the penalties a little bit and playing some good football, especially offensively. Both coaches are going to be very pleased with what they've seen. And now an extra point blocked, and that's what we talked about, special teams being big. It was huge for Fairfield to hit those first 2 extra points. And now it was huge for Jasper to get their 3rd 2-point conversion attempt. So tied up 26-26, 9:17 to go. And let me tell you, folks, these are 2 teams that are starving for their first win of the season. I think you're about to see 2 groups that are going to play their butts off here in these last 9:17. We do have a flag down, and if it's against Jasper, that could be huge. It would give Fairfield another opportunity to kick it, or they could just elect to go for 2 from the 1.5-yard line. I think they may have hit the snapper.
Still waiting for the official call there.
We got roughing the snapper.
Yep.
Half the distance to the go.
So that does give Fairfield another crack at it here to take the lead.
Yeah, you cannot hit the snapper in high school football.
So they'll try to kick the extra point. The Alabama Family Central extra point. Another whistle.
Prior to the snap, got encroachment on defense. 5-yard half the distance to the goal.
I think you got to think about going for it now if you're Fairfield. If you've seen the last 2 kicks, the ball is now inside the 1-yard line. I think you have to think about going for 2 right here. Now, it may be tough to get your offense back up off the bench, get them out there in time to get a play off now, but
I agree with you. These extra points don't look good at all. So we'll see what Coach Skanes elects to do here. I mean, you're about as close to the goal line as you can get, but they're going to try the extra point. High snap.
They're offsides again.
And the extra point's good, but it's another pre-snap penalty. My goodness.
And you know Coach Skanes going, hey, can we just take the result of the kick?
Prior to the snap, encroachment. 5. Go. Replay the try.
Sedarian Clement is like, hey, I made that one.
I mean, you're right there on the edge. I mean, you kind of have to go for 2.
Don't you run a quarterback sneak? And I would think now you're so close. What's the bigger risk, trying the extra point or trying to sneak it in the end zone? Looks like they are going to kick again. Interesting here.
Well, it's I mean, you want to take the lead, you know, and this, if you can hit this, it guarantees you the lead.
They missed it. So after all that, we remain tied at 26 with 9:17 to go.
And that's a big answer from Fairfield, though. I mean, Coach Skanes will be happy with the way his group responded. And I think, you know, Mickey, I think you're starting to see both sides have a few guys that are playing both ways, and they're starting to get a little bit tired on defense, and just not as much juice as we saw at the beginning part of the games, where really both defense, especially on the front, they were getting to the backfield consistently, and it was tough to run the football. All of a sudden, here as the game's gone on, especially here in the later part of the second half, wide open running lanes for both these teams.
Well, we are back where we started 2 hours and 35 minutes ago. We are tied 26-26 and still 9:17 to go. But what an answer by Fairfield when it looked as though Jasper had stolen all the momentum, had dominated that third quarter, had taken their first lead, and then Fairfield puts together the drive to come back and tie the game.
Well, and it all started with the kickoff return by Fairfield. They were able to get the kickoff return right up to the 40-yard line. That's why I've said a couple times tonight, I'm Jasper, I just kick the ball out of bounds, make them start at the 35, and take your chances. They've been close to busting it a few times tonight.
And here is Michael Maddox with a good return out across the 35. So that is where Jasper will set up shop, 1st and 10.
Did a good job of hanging on to the football right there as well. Fairfield player had his hand right on the ball trying to rip it out. Nice job by Maddox to keep it tight, hold on to it, keep himself from giving it up.
So Tanner Morrow and company come back out. And I would expect nothing less than to see some more Micah Pleasure, wouldn't you?
Why not? They haven't been able to stop it at all here in the second half.
And this is the handoff to number 6. Comes around the right edge. Huge gain. Pleasure crosses midfield. Dishes out some punishment to the defender, which has been his MO all night tonight. You mentioned it earlier. He's just gotten better as this game's gone on.
Yeah, I mean, some of that has to do with the other team getting tired, but I mean, he's just hit a second gear here in the second half, and he looks to be running faster here towards the end of the ball game than he was even earlier in the game.
Come out, Fairfield.
Another pre-snap timeout taken by Fairfield. Those may come back to cost Fairfield here towards the end of this ball game.
Big Time Entertainment, located off of exit 185 in Oxford, features over 70,000 square feet of family entertainment, something for everyone. You got the indoor go-kart arena, bowling, laser tag, an elevated ninja challenge course, an outdoor putt-putt, axe throwing, you name it, you'll find it. If fun is your destination, then you need to find Big Time Entertainment. Easily located off exit 185, off I-20 in Oxford. It's a big-time game here out of Class 5A Region 5. You and I talked about this in the open. We're still early in the season, but both of these teams losing their first region game. You don't want to go down 0-2 in this region particularly.
No, no doubt about it. I mean, we talked about it earlier, just how tight this region is, how tough it is. You've got the last two teams that have played in the semifinals within your region, in Ramsey and Pleasant Grove, who will be facing off tomorrow night. Winona competed very well with Pleasant Grove. We'll see them in Ramsey later on down the road. John Carroll, Coach Will Mara, has just done a fantastic job there getting that program back. So it is not an easy region to compete in.
Pledger, nice cutback. Football hit the ground, and Fairfield is on it. And it will be Fairfield football coming up with the recovery. Number 6, Antoine Pearson, the senior linebacker.
First mistake tonight from Micah Pledger, and it comes at a very tough time for this Viking offense. They had been moving the ball as well as they had moved it all season to this point. And a nice job coming from behind right here, and he was just a little loose with the football. It looked like that was number 4, Jordan Reed, that came in and got his hand on it. Watch right here as he makes his cut. See how loose he is with it? I mean, just got it away from his body. That allowed the defender to get his arm in, knock it away. And even when you're making those cuts, you have to keep that ball tight to you.
Here's Murray up the middle for a gain of about 3. First turnover of the game.
And it has been a battle of the running backs, especially here in the second half. And so we've seen Pledger do what he's been able to do so far tonight. Now it's a chance for Murray to run hard and try to get his team the lead back here late in this game.
Second down and 7. And another pre-snap penalty against Jasper.
Prior to the snap, encroachment against the defense. Second down.
So that'll make it second down and 2 at the Jasper 45. Here's Murray, easily picking up the Black Diamond Asphalt and Paving first down, and Moores. Fairfield offensive line getting a good surge at the point of attack against this Jasper defensive front that's won its fair share tonight.
Great run there by Murray. I mean, these two running backs, they do not shy away from contact at all. They look for it, they welcome it, and they run right through it.
As we dip under 8 minutes to play. Tied here in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray again. And Murray just bulls his way forward for a gain of 4, maybe 5. As Fairfield, Caleb, interesting, they're just going a lot with this running game here in the second half.
Well, I don't blame them. You know, run the clock. You got Murray, he's the hot hand right now. You're starting to finally move this defensive front for Jasper as they're starting to wear down as this game goes on. And you're running clock. You're in control of the ball game right here at this point. And you don't want to give Jasper a ton of time when they get the ball back to be able to comfortably run Micah Pledger all the way down the field.
So second down and 4. Hamilton looking to throw here on second down. Got a receiver wide open, and that'll be a Black Diamond first down. As making the grab out there for Fairfield was Jacorian Bradley. That is his first catch of the second half. So first and 10 at the Jasper 30. Jasper playing a little keep away here in this fourth quarter, the same way Jasper did in the third, or Fairfield playing keep away the same way Jasper did in the third. And here's a huge hole for Murray, and he will get into the end zone for the touchdown. The Big Time Entertainment touchdown gives Fairfield the lead again.
These two running backs, they do a great job of cutting, but these offensive lines have just opened up some major holes for them as this game is worn on. Both fronts getting tired, wearing down a little bit. You can see a lot of arm tackling right there, not really wanting to take on Murray straight up, and that's probably due to him running a couple of guys over and being as physical as he has been. These two sophomore tailbacks, I'm telling you, they're going to be something else. If they stay in the same region again next year, they are going to have some battles.
And here is the run in for 2. That is Gilbert getting it in. I'm not sure if that was a design fake or if the...
I don't think it was. I think he fumbled the hold right there and just used his athleticism and made it work out for Fairfield. And that's huge. Now they're up 8, and so a Jasper touchdown doesn't just tie the ball game up or guarantee a tie with an extra point. They would have to go for 2 and get it, and they're only 1 for 3 tonight on their 2-point conversion attempt. So big play in the game. It may have actually been a fake. Looked like initially that he kind of bobbled the snap, but I think they just faked it and let Gilbert use his athleticism. Good to see him back out there running around after that scare early as well.
And we'd like to thank Black Diamond Asphalt Paving, their support of the AHSAA Game of the Week. You can check them out online. Now you see the number on your screen, Black Diamond Asphalt Paving. The Alabama Family Central kickoff is short, fielded at the 23. And once again, this is Jasper's Michael Maddox with a good return out across the 40. So we still got a long way to go here. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to play. And
yeah, I mean, the one negative is now they have plenty of time to let Michael Pledger run the football, and you can't let that fumble scare you away from giving him the ball as well. Most of the time, running backs, once they fumble once, doesn't happen again because they think about it a lot more. They try to take care of that football a lot more. So big chance here for Jasper now. Only have to go 59 yards here to try and tie it.
Good field position at the 41, and here goes Pledger. You think he's running with a little bit of determination after that fumble as he picks up the Black Diamond first down inside Fairfield territory.
And he shot through the hole right there. Big time run already in Fairfield territory. You won't see them punt it or anything like that unless they just go way backwards right here. It is 4-down territory the rest of the way for this Jasper offense. Let's see if they can keep things going. And now another offsides penalty. This has to be the most offsides penalties I've seen in a football game in a long time.
Encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
And credit to both offenses as well for staying put. You know, a lot of times you'll see these teams that don't go on 2 or go on 3 or whatever it is. A lot, you'll have at least an offensive lineman jump every now and then. Both sides have stayed home, which has led to these offside penalties.
Here is Pledger around the left end. And this time very good pursuit on the edge there by a host of Fairfield defenders to limit the gain that time by Pledger.
Yeah, good job by Rashard Alston right there, running him down, getting his hands on him, not letting go of him also. And then waits for the rest of his teammates to come up and clean it up. So no gain there for Jasper, 2nd down and 5.
Pledger, just too much traffic to get through that time, and he is stopped for virtually no gain. That's going to bring up 3rd down for Jasper.
Big part of the game now all of a sudden. They actually went backwards, it looks like, on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 7 now, so they've come up big the last 2 plays, and they've put this Jasper offense where they don't want to be.
This Fairfield defense is teeing off on Micah Pledger. Do the Vikings go to the air? Morrow is looking to throw on 3rd and 7. Got some room, gets the pass away. The pass is incomplete. It was intended for Waldrop, but it was outstanding defense there. Jelani Miller jostling with the receiver and winning the battle there.
Yeah, and it really wasn't a bad job at all by Titus Waldrop either. He went over the middle. He tried to shield off the defender using his big body, but Miller just went right through him to get his hand on the ball, tip it away, and see it right there. He had the body position he wanted, but just does a good job of getting his hand right in between his hands to knock the ball away.
Here's fourth down. Pressure. Morrow gets the pass away. It's caught, but a sure-handed tackle by Jordan Reed of Micah Pledger. And that is a huge stop for the Fairfield defense.
No doubt, especially after giving them the 5 yards on the offsides. I mean, they basically went nowhere the next 4 plays. And nice job up front of getting some pressure on the quarterback, forcing him to get rid of it quick. And that's number 99, William Tate, coming through, the junior. And then, as you said, I mean, just a really, really good job by Jordan Reed to hold on to Pledger and get him to the ground, which has not been very easy to do so far here tonight.
And we have a fourth quarter heat timeout now at 4:52 left in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside for a break and return to Jasper with Fairfield taking over with an 8-point lead.
Bandits Bar and Grill is your stop for great food, family fun, and live music. Wednesday night is Cornhole Tournament. Thursday night, Biker Night. Don't forget about the live music too. Great steaks, full bar, awesome appetizers, wings, nachos, tacos, and fried catfish. Stop in today or give us a call at 256-369-2920. That's Bandits Bar and Grill on Fort Williams and Sylacauga.
Uncle Marcus, will you tell us the story about King Boys again?
Sure. Well, it all started back in 2008.
2008.
We didn't have all the fancy toy equipment we do now, but we did have a service and a desire to help our customers. You see, kids, you must train your mind and your body to be able to help the people you call customers. When they call on us, it's showtime. Understand me. King Boys' mission is to help when people are in need. So what's our motto, children?
King Boys forever.
And back at with Fairfield with an 8-point lead here in the fourth quarter. And there you see the Southern Smiles of Sylacauga smile cam, and a lot to smile about for Fairfield here is, Caleb, they come up with a huge fourth down stop on defense and give the ball back to their offense.
No doubt, and they did something that they haven't been able to do a lot of tonight, which is the first guy getting Pledger to the ground. And now a chance for this offense to ice this football game.
There's a big play on first down for the Jasper defense as they stuff that run for no gain. Actually, will lose a couple of yards.
I couldn't tell, but I think Murray may have fumbled the football right there and then jumped right back on top of it. But you could tell Jasper, they sold out to the run right there. And I think if you're Fairfield, you may have to look at trying to run. I know it's risky because you have that mesh point, and if you have a little bit of miscommunication, but you might have to look at running the QB read and just giving Hamilton the chance to pull it and run.
Second down and 12, taking their time on the play as the clock continues to wind. Hamilton hands off to Murray, and just nowhere to go as he is wrapped up by Jasper's Eli Kimbrell. So that's going to make it third down and about 10, and Murray slow to get up.
As we've noted a couple times, he's had some ankle issues tonight. He's gotten up gimpy a few times after being tackled low, and I think Jasper is going to take a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Jasper.
King Boys towing and recovery timeout at the 3:52 mark of the fourth quarter. So a big third down play here, and an opportunity for Jasper to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense. But a good job by the Jasper defensive front on first and second down, stopping the run here by Fairfield. By the way, WOTM, the AHSAA TV network, is now available on Roku, also Apple TV. You can search WOTM Sports and take advantage of all the outstanding high school sports programming available year-round on WOTM and the AHSAA TV network.
The biggest third down of the game right here.
See what Fairfield chooses to do here on 3rd and 10. Hamilton hands it off to Murray, and he goes nowhere as they elect to run it. JoJo Odom, another tackle from his defensive tackle position. And Jasper, did they call another timeout? I think they did.
Jasper.
You know, it's easy for us sitting up here to question stuff, but, you know, Hamilton threw it very well in the first half. You've got some big body receivers. You know, Jasper, you knew they were going to sell out to the run right there. Surprised that they didn't look at just letting Hamilton drop back. If he finds anybody open, throw it to him. If not, you tell him over there on the sideline, hey, look, if you don't see anybody initially, take off, use your legs, keep the clock running, make them use their timeout. But with the way he's thrown the ball, and you know, they have 3 really good wide receivers out there, I'm surprised that they didn't give him a chance to try to find one of them downfield and get the first down to pretty much put this ball game away.
Yeah, I understand by running the ball, you eat up time or force Jasper to take a timeout, which they did, but I don't think time is a huge issue at this point with still 3:45 to go. Fairfield will punt it away on 4th and 10. And this punt will roll inside the 40. And Jasper will down it, or Fairfield will down it at the Jasper 32. So here come the Vikings. Down 8 with 3:45 to play.
Yeah, that took a great Fairfield roll right there. That punt wasn't great, but it rolled about 15 yards all the way down to the 32. So that's exactly what they needed right there. Also a little surprised that Jasper didn't try to come after that punt right there. You're in a 4th and 10 situation. You know, we saw earlier the snap back to the punter was a little bit slow when they punted it the last time and Jasper fumbled it. I'm just a little shocked that they didn't try to come after it and see if they could get a block right there.
So 1st down and 10. Jasper at their 32, down by 8. Morrow drops back to throw on 1st down. Passes out of there. It's complete. A sliding grab at the 40. There by Titus Waldrop. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd down and 1 at the 41. Fairfield with the blitz of Morrow. Morrow gets the pass away, and it is incomplete. So the pressure forcing Morrow to get rid of that ball.
That's a great blitz right there by Fairfield. You know, you blitz in that manner, especially this late in the game, your goal is to get to them. And they were able to get to Morrow. He had to get rid of it a little bit quicker. And if that ball floats a little bit more, could have been an interception.
So 3rd down and 1. Is it Micah Pledger time?
I'd say so. We've been surprised a few times tonight, though.
Fairfield loading the box. Morrow going to throw. Pass is incomplete. Great break on the football that time by Fairfield's. Let's see, the hard number to pick up the numbers. That's Jadan Gilbert. So 4th and 1.
Yeah, you know, normally if you know you're going to go for it on 4th down, you're going to run the football in 3rd and short right there. And I think Jasper was trying to catch Fairfield maybe in a run blitz and see if they could get a good matchup outside and beat them. But now it sets up the biggest play of this game.
4th down. This is Pledger time, and he's going to have the 1st down. Across the 45, steps out of bounds at midfield, takes a hit out of bounds. Flag's going to fly. This will add some penalty yardage to it. So the drive will continue for Jasper.
Look, you got 2:50 left in this game. You also have a timeout. I'm continuing to give number 6 the football.
Yeah, could have saved that 4th down drama by giving it to him on 3rd down.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds, 15 yards, First down.
Look, that's a tough call against Robert Hudson right there. I mean, it's probably the right call because he was, in midway into the out-of-bounds marker over there, but he was already kind of lunging to make the hit as he was going out of bounds, and it's kind of wrong man in the wrong time right there.
First down at the 35. Pledger tries the left side and is going to have about 8 yards inside the 30.
I mean, that's been there all second half. Anytime they've wanted to run right there between the guard and the tackle, they've had success doing it in the second half tonight. Not sure why they've gotten away from it at any point. But here we go.
Morrow to throw, pressured, and he is going to, the ball comes out of there, but I think Pledger was able to jump on it at the 39 to save the turnover. Great penetration right up the middle by number 77, Cameron Burns.
Yeah, when Fairfield has brought the blitz, they've been able to get there, and that's where Pledger is going to have to improve as a running back. His blitz pickup, his pass blocking ability right there. I mean, he got his quarterback killed, and got to be able to get in front and stay in front of that guy. Now with 1 minute and 59 seconds left, the clock stops.
Correction, that was Jordan Reed.
And it looks
penetration up the middle.
I think coach he's arguing that the ball was thrown forward, but the referees ruled that it was a fumble, and they're telling them to go ahead and start the clock.
Yep. Clock is moving. So third down and 13. We can get a first down just inside the 26. Morrow back to throw. Pass away. Pass is caught. But I think it's going to be just short of the first down. They're going to mark it at the 28. On the receiving end of that one was Titus Walker.
I thought with it being fourth down, Jasper would go ahead and use their timeout to try to talk it over and come up with a good play. But they're going to go ahead and let the clock run, and we'll have our fourth down play right here.
4th and 3. Morrow to throw. Gets the pass away. It's incomplete. John Stroud couldn't hold on to it.
That has been a problem all night for Jasper. I mean, Morrow, he's going to be frustrated when he watches film tomorrow. That is 4 or 5 different passes tonight that he has hit his wide receiver right in the hands, and they have been unable to hold on to it. And Jasper's going to look at this game and just look, I mean, they played a better second half tonight, but still it's the mistakes that are going to cost them. The fumble by Pledger and then the drop passes as well. They've been very costly for this group. And Fairfield, after a disastrous, really, first 3 games, they were outscored by 95 points in their first 3 games. Looks like they will get their first win of the season as long as they can successfully take 2 knees right here.
And Jasper jumps off sides. Oh, now they just.
We got a timeout. Jasper.
Okay, so Jasper calls a timeout.
Yeah, they did get the play off. No, they got the play off and took the knee. And so it'll be second down and 10. They went ahead and took the timeout. Why not? I mean, look, Fairfield doesn't go under center. We've only seen them go under center 2 other times tonight, and it was to run the I formation. So they don't take a ton of snaps from under center. Make them do it 3 times, and you never know. You may have a guy fumble one of them, and something crazy could happen.
So that'll be it for the timeouts for the Vikings. They cannot stop the clock again, so their best hope is something like what you just described to happen. A key play for Fairfield was that rush up the middle by Jordan Reed that put him in a bad 3rd and long situation. And so Hamilton will go under center on second down and 11. And he does take the snap and go to a knee. What a game for Hamilton.
Yeah, he played well. Here it's tough, and it's going to be very tough for Jasper because of how young they are to get through to their guy. Hey, guys, look, even though we lost, there's a lot of positives to take. But to me, there are a lot of positives that Jasper could take from this. They doubled up their point total from what they've averaged through the first 2 games. They found their offense, to me, a little bit. I mean, you got to get number 6 to football the rest of the year, you know, and I think they figured that out here tonight. And, you know, these are not 2 teams, which Fairfield's going to get their first win here, but Jasper's not going to go winless this year. They're going to beat some people, and they're going to keep getting better each week due to how young they are, how inexperienced they are. But I think the little bit of extra experience that Fairfield has is what really paid off for them to get their first win of the season here tonight. You can see this is a group that looks like they've had a huge weight lifted off their shoulder, now moving to 1-3 on the year.
And 1-1 in the region as they come on the road and win here at Cairo Gambrell Field against Jasper. And a Jasper team that came out in that 3rd quarter and really, whatever Coach Reeves said to his team at halftime, they came out really looking like a different team in that 3rd quarter, really dominated the quarter and took their first lead of the night in the 3rd quarter, but then that huge response drive by Fairfield to tie the game at 26 and eventually retaking the lead. Just a great game tonight.
No doubt about it. I mean, there's a big answer by Fairfield, and Coach is going to be very proud of how his group handled tonight.
We'll take a break, come back with post-game comments from Jasper on the AHSAA Game of the Week.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
Hey, Dad.
Now that school's back in session, let's give them a mattress lesson.
Okay.
Is Dover's Mattress Closeout Center a true closeout center, or is it just a name on the wall?
Kids, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is not just a name on a building. We truly acquire and sell scuffed, discontinued, closeout mattresses and adjustable beds discounted on average 40 to 50% off.
Wow, that was better than a math lesson, but remember the slots that price.
Oh, boy.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Alabama High School Athletic Association and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
Well, there you see your final score. Fairfield holds on and defeats Jasper 34-26 as Fairfield picks up its first win of the season. They improved to 1-3 overall, 1-1 in the region. Meanwhile, Jasper, a heartbreaking defeat for the Vikings as they fall to 0-3 on the year and, more importantly, 0-2 in the region. Time now for the W.C. Wright and Sons play of the game. Here you go, Caleb.
Yeah, and it'll be the touchdown right here by Murray that gave them the lead in the second half after they had given it up. They'd come back, tied the game up, got a huge fourth down stop, and then Murray able to take it into the end zone. And then they ended up getting the 2-point conversion to make it an 8-point game, and that is how we ended up with this 34-26 score. And just what a game by Murray. What a game by both running backs. I mean, Pledger and Murray, they were so much fun to watch tonight, and only sophomores, so we're going to get a lot more of those two on down the line.
And Hamilton for Fairfield, 3 touchdown passes in the game. He had that 11-yard touchdown run in the second half. 4 touchdowns for Hamilton tonight.
Yeah, no, and you know, and had the receivers held onto the ball, we might be talking about more, a little bit more as well for Jasper. So
that'll wrap things up tonight from Cairo Gambrell Field as Fairfield with a big win over Jasper tonight by a final of 34-26. For Caleb Brooks, Mickey Shadrick saying so long from Jasper. Thanks to our entire crew, and thanks to you for tuning in tonight to the Dover's Mattress Closeout Center AHSAA Game of the Week, presented by Black Diamond Paving. Good night from Jasper.
Isn't just about talent. A lot of winning does come down to culture, and this team has not had success in a long time. This program, I should say. I think he said they've won 15 playoff games in their school's history, and he's won over 80 himself.
Caleb Gross on the reception, trying to get them out of the hole. It's 2nd down and 5 with less than a minute to play in the opening quarter. Going to try to keep it on the ground, but this speedy Clay Chalkville defense quickly there to wrap up Marquise Bedford.
I think that's the 3rd time that young man's helmet's come off.
They may
want to put
a different chin strap.
Different chin strap on.
And Randall Cole there on the tackle. He plays the nose guard position, but he's moving around like a linebacker. And Bedford's like, my helmet keeps coming off, coach.
It doesn't seem like that big a deal, but if your best player is off the field at key moments, that's not a good thing. So I would be really upset if I'm Coach Probst.
And they're telling them, hold, we're going to let the quarter run out. And they do. And after 1 quarter of play, Coach Rush has to go to the drawing board rather quickly, as 20 quick points have been scored by the Cougars of Clay Chalkville, really setting the tone for this region in Class 6A. Stay tuned. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by the Mesrano Law Firm. We'll have more coming up after this.
Wow, Dad, these prices sure are low.
Wow, the temperature outside sure is high.
Well, at least Dad keeps the prices in here low.
Yeah, Dad, how are you able to do that?
Son, on average, Dover's Mattress Closeout Center is able to sell mattresses at least 40% off. We buy liquidations, closeouts, and so much more discounted, and we're able to sell them to our customers for at least 40% off.
Make sure to come visit us at our 4 locations.
Yeah, and Dad, remember to slice that price.
Oh, boy.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Our first date was taking his boat out across to Long Island.
And we just hit it off. He was very loving and affectionate. We were living, I would say, our best life. I got that knock on the door.
And she said, Joe was in danger and he was shot and he was in the hospital. And when I just threw myself on the ground.
Within days of Michael's passing,
Tunnel to Towers reached out to me
and said that they were going to pay my mortgage.
They also provide emotional support to us.
Their help my kids to be more safe.
I am Frank Silla. I'm asking you to support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation as we pay off the mortgages for fallen first responders and Gold Star families who die in the line of duty. Visit T2T.org or call 1-844-BRAVEST.
Welcome back to the Catfight on the Lake, the beautiful Pete Rich Alumni Stadium. During the offseason, they spent almost $1 million on brand new turf, sprucing up their field, making, sort of rolling out the new turf for Rush Probst as he enters his first season here in Pell City.
Yeah, and he did several things that people have talked about, but I think that's important.